Good evening, this is Talksport. I'm Ollie Klink. We're building up to the final of the Under-21 Euros. It's England against Germany, a chance for the young Lions to pick up back-to-back titles at this level. We are getting ever closer to kick-off. The voice you heard there, by the way, was the England Under-21's assistant coach, Ashley Cole, legend of the game, speaking on Talksport Breakfast yesterday. Let's bring back in former England Under-21, Darren Ambrose. He's alongside your match commentator, Joe Shannon. Darren, I wanted to ask you about another of England's shining lights of this tournament, Tino Livramento, because I've also heard Ashley Cole speaking about Livramento, saying that he will go to the very top of the game. Just how impressed have you been by him so far in the tournament?
Mate, honestly, apart from Harvey Elliott, who has come to forefront in the last couple of games, he's been England's best player, Tino Livramento. He started on the left-hand side a couple of games. Obviously, is not his natural position, but he dominated whoever he was playing against. Everything good was coming through him, even in an attacking sense. His marauding runs forward really catches the eye, and then recently he's gone over to his more natural right-back slot. And again, nothing seems to faze him. He seems a big character, seems a leader. I've only seen him get beaten once, I think it was against Spain. The left winger against Spain pushed it and ran past him. Other than that, he's dominated every opponent he's come up against. For me, maybe along with Harvey Elliott, I think he will be the first to go into the full squad. It's
so versatile, isn't it? The ability to be able to play on the left and right. Do you think he's maybe potentially, even though the right-hand side is where he's more natural, where he'll be playing tonight, he's so effective from that left too, isn't he?
Well, first and foremost, he's probably a natural successor to Kyle Walker, in my opinion. He'll be competing with Trent Alexander-Arnold potentially. But I've said this as well. At left back, there's not many coming through. We know that. It's always been a difficult selection for an England manager. So I just watched him at left back, and he kind of was playing an inverted role as well, which seemed to work ridiculously well with Amari Hutchinson when he was playing. I would stick to left back, and I think he could be England's left back for a long, long time.
We've talked a lot about how England have grown in this tournament. I feel like, Darren, the key change was Jay Stansfield coming into that attack in place of Jonathan Rowe. That for me felt like the moment where England started progressing well in this tournament.
Yeah, absolutely. I said it in the group stages. Jonathan Rowe done really well. He's obviously been brought in as number 9 because Liam Delap has gone with Chelsea to the Club World Cup, and he's done a good job. He's worked extremely hard. But by the way, when Jay Stansfield's been playing, he's come on the left wing. He's looked a lot better. He's been attacking players. So I've been impressed with him in his natural position. I'm impressed with the job he does for the team. But in terms of Jay Stansfield, he's not getting involved particularly too much in terms of possession and getting the ball, but these runs that he's making are creating those spaces for the likes of James McAtee, the likes of Harvey Elliott, Amari Hutchinson. So they're unselfish runs, and sometimes that goes unnoticed, and you get a little bit criticised that you're not doing enough. But I have been impressed with him overall.
They've just been parading the trophy in Bratislava, which England are hoping to get their hands on once again. How do you feel they need to approach this game against Germany as the players line up in the tunnel, especially when they've already taken on a very different Germany side? What do you think the key is going to be for England tonight?
A good start. I mean, in the group stages, I don't think they started particularly well. Could have gone the goal down or two in every game that they played. And then in the Spain and Netherlands, Spain they obviously started bad. They could have had a penalty against, but then dominated the whole game. Netherlands, different game altogether, started really, really well, and I think that's the approach they need to take. Get Germany on the back foot as quick as possible. Get a goal ahead. Stop the big man Voldemar up front, because he's the danger. He scored in every game that he's played in so far at this tournament. So if they can stop him, I'm sure they'll go on to win the trophy.
We've spoken about Tino Livramento. We've spoken about Harvey Elliott. They're established Premier League clubs. They get, especially in Livramento's case, plenty of game time. Who else in this Under-21 squad, Darren, do you feel we will see in that first team in the future? Maybe a shout where you might not be expecting it.
You know what? Any one of these players could make the leap up. At the moment, I think it's only Livramento and perhaps Harvey Elliott, depending what happens with a move or the club football. But anyone can have a good season in the domestic league and get a call up. I've been really impressed with the back two, Jarell Quansah and Charlie Cresswell. I think they've been fantastic. Charlie Cresswell, probably the pick of the two, plays his football in Toulouse, so not many people will have watched him. James McAtee's been neat. Amari Hutchinson's had his moments. Nwaneri's come on and he impresses every time I see him. At the moment, Livramento is number one on that list. Harvey Elliott is number two. And then, depending on what happens at the club level, any one of these players could get that call up.
England and Germany making their way out onto the pitch for a major final at this level. And just quickly, Darren, I mean, whatever happens tonight, how crucial is it for these players to get that tournament experience, that experience of being in a final?
Yeah, it's crucial. Thomas Tuchel will be watching on here. We're watching who can rise to the occasion, and whoever can rise to the occasion, I'm sure he'll have them in forefront of his mind for whatever squad he picks in the future.
Darren Ambrose, thank you very much indeed. The two teams lined up then ahead of this huge final, and it's time in just a moment for the national anthems.
Please remain standing for the national anthem of England.
Here we go then, the players separate, the track tops come off, they're ready for action. It's a huge night for England's youngsters. Silverware is on the line once again. Can they make it back-to-back titles at the European Championships? Taking you through the action, your top commentary team, former England Under-21 and Crystal Palace midfielder Darren Ambrose, alongside your match commentator for tonight's game, Joe Shennon.
Thanks, Ollie, and good evening to you. Well, the young Lions stand on the brink of history. No nation has ever won back-to-back Under-21 European Championships on two separate occasions. The prospect of rewriting the record books looms large for Lee Carsley's team tonight. And if England do retain their title, what possibility in the future of some of these stars becoming mainstays of the senior team? On a warm night in Bratislava, it is Germany who stand in the way, unbeaten in 20 matches since losing to England in the 2023 edition. And even more significantly, perhaps, Germany have already beaten the Young Lions at this tournament this summer in the group stages. But while this is England's toughest task, the prize on offer is irresistible. The chance to write their own chapter of success and make England European champions again. Well, the two captains are head-to-head on the halfway line now. That's James McAtee of Manchester City in England and the German captain Eric Martel, a midfield player. Let's remind you the two lineups. England have Beadle in goal, Livramento, Cresswell, Quansah and Hinshelwood, Scott and Anderson, Elliott, McAtee and Hutchinson, with Stansfield up front. For Germany, Atibolo is the goalkeeper, Collins, Ehrman, Arian B and Brown the back four, Gruder, Martel, Reitz and Nabel, Voltemada. top scorer at this summer's championships with 6 goals alongside Viper up front. Germany go into a huddle ahead of kickoff here. Germany are in their change kit, pink and dark blue shirts, white shorts and pink and dark blue socks, and England are in their traditional home colours, the white shorts, white shirts, dark blue shorts and white socks. And James McAtee, the captain, has got them into a huddle ahead of kickoff. Now they part ways and we are moments away from kickoff. Any game between England and Germany carries extra weight. When it's a final, it becomes something special. And the under-21s have their own chance to produce something special tonight, live on Talksport. The floodlights are on in Slovakia. It is a warm evening, 24 degrees, and England from left to right, as the countdown clock finally ticks down to 0, get us off and underway. And they go back to goalkeeper James Beadle of Brighton and Hove Albion. High ball downfield, out towards the left wing position. And it is out of play for a Germany throw in the right-back area over the head of James McAtee. A familiar stadium for England. They played here in Bratislava at the National Football Arena when they beat Netherlands in the semi-final. But Darren Ambrose, this is the toughest task and the final one.
It certainly is, and it's the familiar stance for Lee Carsley, squatting down low in his technical area. He'll be ready, the players will be ready, and I'm really excited to see how this one plays out.
Germany on the attack right away with Brighton's Gruder, right corner of the penalty area, blocked off by Alex Scott, who's had a tremendous tournament for England in midfield. A lot of England fans have made the trip to Eastern Europe tonight. Lots of crosses of St George, the big flags dotted around the stadium. Plenty of Germany fans here as well. And I believe Thomas Tuchel, the senior team manager, of course, is in the stadium tonight, as is Julian Nagelsmann, the Germany head coach. Out of play it goes for a goal kick to England away to the left-hand side. England 0, Germany 0, a minute into the Euro 2025 final.
And what an incentive it is. I'm glad, if you're right there, Joe, I'm glad Thomas Tuchel is present, is there watching, because it's been a real successful tournament. We've been covering it, myself, James, then myself and you. It started a little bit underwhelming first couple of games, but they've really showed what they're about, particularly in the quarters and semi-final. I'm really looking forward to this team, and hopefully Thomas Tuchel can see the talent that he's got at his disposal.
He's made a late dash from the United States as Tuchel, where he's been watching the Club World Cup. Hinchforward for England, out on the far side, the left, 0-0. Early ball down the far side touchline towards Amari Hutchinson, and he's blocked off by Namdi Collins, the Germany right back. Clever back heel actually from Collins, and the ball is smashed upfield by Tim Ohrmann. Beneath the floodlights here, the skies have darkened overhead. Germany have it with Voltemade, the danger man, in the centre circle. The number 10, the central striker, who packs a punch physically, as well as his excellent scoring ability. Nabel for Germany, back towards Nathaniel Brown, just inside the England half. And now Germany have possession again with Ohrmann, red boots on, inside the centre circle. Clever ball by Gruder, out to the right-hand side, and Collins. Good football by Germany in the early stages here. In the 3rd minute of play, the captain Martel crosses into the near post, and not a good delivery in the end. It is gathered by the England goalkeeper James Beadle. 0-0, Darren Ambrose.
It's a good start. It's a good start by Germany, looking to play on the front foot, but it's a real good shape by the England team. We're seeing 2 solid banks of 4, and Alex Scott is following everyone. He's getting blocks in on the crosses. It's been a real good start, high tempo start to the match.
Well, it is a busy night of live football across the Talksport network. Best way to be across all of it is to download our free app on Talksport 2 tonight. Chelsea play Benfica in the last 16 of the Club World Cup, and Ian Abrahams has the team news.
Enzo Maresca makes 7 changes to the 3-0 win over Tunis. In come Sanchez, James, Colwell and Cucurella. Caicedo returns, as does Cole Palmer and Pedro Neto. 9 o'clock kickoff in Charlotte, live on Talksport 2 for Chelsea against Benfica.
Thanks, Ian. Extraordinary high temperatures in North Carolina expected for that Chelsea game on Talksport 2 tonight. Early ball in for England from the left by Hutchinson is overhead. Little drift away to the Germany left back position, and Brown will clear forward to the halfway line. England 0, Germany 0 in front of what is pretty much a sellout crowd in Bratislava tonight. England have possession. Charlie Cresswell, the A tenacious and robust centre-half is on the ball. He's been excellent. Plays his football in France with Toulouse, as you were saying, Darren, having started his career at Leeds, but he's somebody who certainly looks one to watch.
Yeah, he's been very good, along with Jurel Quansah. He's dominated most forwards. He's got a real tough task today with Voldemar up front, and he'll be relishing the opportunity to go against one of the best players in the tournament.
Alex Scott is fouled on the halfway line by Paul Nabel. It's been quite an even start to the game. England playing from left to right, Germany from right to left. And Germany have beaten England in the group stages of this tournament already, but there was a very different context to the game. Germany, for one, made 11 changes, and both teams were pretty much sure of their spot anyway in the quarter-finals. Out on the right for England is Elliott, two-goal hero in the semi-final. Scampers infield to a central position, chips the ball down the middle, and it's deflected to Hutchinson. Saved by the goalkeeper, and it'll drop to Elliott in the area, and he's rolled it in. It's Harvey Elliott again for England, and this time he's put the young lions ahead in the final. The biggest of stages, and England's biggest goal-scoring threat has dropped them off and running. Could that be an all-important goal? Just 5 minutes gone. England 1, Germany 0.
And didn't you just know it? No one could stop this player. Harvey Elliott, unbelievable tournament. He started the move. A slight deflection, found its way to Amari Hutchinson. Thought he should have scored. Good save. Come back to Harvey Elliott. And was anyone doubting where that was going to end up? He's 18 yards out, 17 yards, gets his touch on, and gives the goalkeeper the eyes. Left foot, lovely left foot. What a start by England, and what a tournament by this man, Harvey Elliott.
A fifth goal at Euro 2025 for Harvey Elliott, and when faced by the defender, faced by the goalkeeper who was scrambling to get back, he was so unerring with the finish, so calm on the ball, inside of the foot, steered it into the bottom corner, and England are in front in the final on Talksport.
By the way, what a finish that was. From the replays, we're lucky to get replays in front of us. From the replays, looking at the angle behind him, he had nowhere to put the ball apart from where he put it. The precision, the placement was absolutely perfect. He's having some tournament, and he's some player, Harvey Elliott.
Well, I wonder what Arne Slot will be making of all of this. For Harvey Elliott now, 4 goals in his last 3 at the tournament, and also scored that goal in the group stages against Czechia, England's first of Euro 2025. And they are 1-0 up. There's a long way to go, but as it stands, the Young Lions are heading for a 4th European Championship title. Germany will have to respond, and no doubt they could well do. Here is Nabel for them, near side the left in the wing position, taking on Livramento, swinging in the cross, headed away by Scott inside the penalty area for England. Ehrmann, the Germany defender, retrieves possession, and he's played it back to the halfway line. England snapping at the heels of the Germany players. Germany have to go back to goalkeeper Atubolu, all in sky blue. He made a great save from Hutchinson in the build-up to that England goal, but Harvey Elliott was so quick when the ball dropped to him on the rebound. There are a couple of lucky ricochets in the build-up for England, but in a final you take it all day long.
It's just the calmness of Harvey Elliott. He didn't panic, didn't rush. He could have easily hit that first time, could have put it over the bar or wide. Just knew exactly what he wanted to do. Have a touch, settle himself, compose himself, and put it exactly where he needed to. Fantastic finish. And by the way, he gets a hat-trick tonight. He equals the record of 7 goals in a Euro tournament, held by Marcus Berg, I believe, and Lika Walschmidi, if I'm pronouncing that right, from Germany. And I think Voldemar will have his eye on that one as well. 7 goals in the tournament.
I think you just about got it right, Darren. Darren Ambrose, former England Under-21s midfielder, with us on Talksport. This time next week, the Lionesses underway at the Women's Euros in Switzerland against France. That's live on Talksport next Saturday. And Wales will be underway on Talksport too. Germany free kick headed away by Livramento from the edge of the penalty area for England, who lead it by a goal to 0 inside the first 8.5 minutes. Livramento's volley clearance up towards halfway, and the ball is brought out of the air by Germany's Rocco Reitz on the halfway line. Germany just trying to work themselves back into the game after the shock of conceding the opening goal in the final.
But you know what I love about this England side? They look so they're never in danger on set plays against. They're so strong in defensively on set plays. It comes into the box. This time it was Livramento, Charlie Cresswell, Jarrell Quansah, Hinchelwood. So calm, they just head it clear.
Clever chest back to his goalkeeper from Hinchelwood to Beadle, and now England break at the other end of the field. Early ball down the middle towards Stansfield, who can't get on the end of it. Germany have it back, but McAtee's won it back inside the centre circle, tearing towards the inside right. In the end, Brown gets a tackle in, but again, England's press is too much for Germany to handle. Elliott's won it back high up the pitch, and racing down the near side touchline, the England right-hand side of the field, is Stansfield, is working the channels, but he can't get the cross in, and Germany have got it back again. England 1, Germany 0 in the final of the Under-21s Euros, live on Talksport. And there is a long way to go, Darren, but there are no nerves whatsoever about this start from the holders.
Absolutely, and we were speaking, weren't we, to Ollie Klink before this, and he said what will the game plan be, and it's quick start. Can they get a quick start? Can they put Germany on the back foot? And they've certainly done that. Opening 10 minutes, it's been all England. They've really started this game well.
Well, England were excellent early on in the semi-final against the Netherlands, but they just couldn't find that early goal to settle the nerves. In the end, they have found it very early through Harvey Elliott. Jarrell Quansah for England, out to the left-hand side, and the left-back position. Scott has rolled it forward towards the halfway line, and now he plays it square to Elliot Anderson, who darts towards Germany territory, scampers away from his on-rushing marker, back to Hinchelwood in the left-back position, and he plays a 20-yard ball square to Cresswell, who's under no pressure whatsoever and can slow the game down to walking pace. Excellent first 10-11 minutes from the Young Lions in Bratislava. 1-0 to England against a Germany team who haven't been beaten since losing to England in the 2023 group stages.
Some going. It's a long time. It's just a real good start. Exactly what England wanted, and Germany don't really know how to handle this at the moment. Harvey Elliott hugging the touchline on the right-hand side. Amari Hutchinson hugging the touchline on the left-hand side. The shape is fantastic. It's solid. Hinchelwood and Livramento playing as like inverted fullbacks as well, and Alex Scott just covering whenever it needs to be. Really impressive stuff.
Great setup from England in the early stages. Anderson just outside the centre circle. Lovely ball, crossfield, left to right to find Elliott. Back into a central area with the pass to Scott. Square to Anderson again, who's darted away from his marker once more. Out on the England right, the near side is Livramento. This is great football. Tried to find Anderson with the ball inside the penalty area, but it was slightly behind him, went through his legs, and Germany sweep it clear. Lee Carsley has talked about changing the perception of the England style of play, if you like. And this is an England team packed with technical ability. As I say that, Beadle nearly gave it away, but Alex Scott has bailed him out.
Well, that was the technical ability of Alex Scott there. Beadle did fire one in at him. He was getting shut down quickly, but he knew exactly where he wanted. He had a picture. As soon as it came to him, he put it out to Charlie Cresswell, and the danger was taken away. At the moment, they've not put a foot wrong. They're going to have their moments, Germany, of course. We know that. We said that against when they were dominating Netherlands. But at the moment, the one team looking like they're going to score again is England.
Germany won every match at the tournament coming into tonight, but it's England who lead 1-0 in the final. 12.5 minutes played on Talksport. Germany give it away. Anderson racing up the middle for England. He's been forced towards the left-hand side. Early ball looking for Hutchinson on the underlap in front of Namdi Collins, the Germany fullback. Hutchinson has it down by the dead ball line. Plays it back to Anderson again, towards the left corner of the penalty area. Anderson looks up, slows the play down, and he was caught late. Fouled on that far side. Fouled by Gruder, who can't believe it. Turns to look at the referee, the Dutch referee, Sander van der Eyck. But it will be an England free kick in a dangerous position, Darren Ambrose.
Yeah, it certainly is, and it was perfect play by Elliot Anderson. Just sucked Gruder in, just allowed him to think he was going to get possession, knew exactly what he was doing. As soon as he lunged in, he laid it off to his teammate, and Gruder just went through him, and it's in a dangerous position. We've got Atabolu setting his wall up. I mean, it could be one of a number of players taking this for England, but it looks like one man's just pulled rank though.
The main man, Harvey Elliott, whose club future is uncertain, but has been dynamite in this England side, particularly in the latter stages of the tournament. His goal has them 1-0 up against Germany in the final. Free kick from the left-hand side, hoisted into the box. Cresswell heads it back across goal and it's cleared away. Nodded back down into the penalty area though to McAtee from the angle, right across the face of goal, and nobody can get the vital touch in a white England shirt. Lovely ball in by McAtee, and England could easily be 2-0 in front.
He might have just overhit this. First of all, it was lovely defending Arian B. Just get there before Charlie Cresswell on the initial free kick. And it was a lovely Cruyff turn by McAtee in the box. I just think if he takes a little bit off it, I think he shot towards the back post, but if he took a little bit off it, there was players sliding in at the back post and it would have been a tap-in. But once again, England dominating this match.
With the two centre-halves, Cresswell and Quansah, both trying to reach the ball inside the 6-yard box, but it eventually went out of play for a Germany goal kick. A lot of Germany fans behind the goal to the right-hand side as we look at it. Lots of Germany flags away to the right. The ball is back with the goalkeeper Atibolu, and now Ehrman out to the right-back position, and Collins. Of course, the live football continues across the summer on the Talksport network with the Club World Cup. Benfica against Chelsea tonight from 9 on Talksport 2, and we'll follow the Lionesses as they go in search of back-to-back Euros titles themselves in Switzerland. A commentary of England against France this time next week on Talksport, and then the return of the Premier League in mid-August. It's not far away. Liverpool, Bournemouth, Aston Villa, Newcastle, and Leeds against Everton, all live with us on Talksport over the opening Premier League weekend. But the best way to be across it all is to download our free app, and you can watch live shows on the app as well. Brown for Germany, deep inside the England half. England have got almost everybody behind the ball. Brown again on the near side of the field, rolls it back to the feet of Martel. We're getting very hot during the day in Slovakia as this tournament has gone on, but a little cooler tonight. Voltemada trying to poke the ball into the penalty area. Bruder slips as he tries to spin and turn. Voltemada with great feet to nearly dart beyond Anderson, having got past 2-3 England defenders. In the end, Anderson is fouled, and England get a free kick just outside their own penalty area. And actually, Anderson is holding his leg. He might have a problem here. 1-0 England lead.
Yeah, it was good feet. Voldemar in the box. I think it was that man, Charlie Cresswell, as Elliot Anderson come in the end to cover him. And we spoke about this before, haven't we? Every time someone gets beaten, one of the teammates is there to cover. And as Anderson's running clear, it's a poor challenge by Martel. He may have won the ball, but he's followed through, studs into his ankle, and that is a sore one. Hopefully he's okay.
Lee Carsley with some words of encouragement, words of instruction maybe for Harvey Elliott, the England goal scorer. We are ticking towards the 17-minute mark, and England have the early advantage in the Euros final. They've just edged it in terms of possession so far too. So Germany have won it back on the halfway line, and Reitz can race forward into a pocket of space, sets up the number 10 Voltemada, wide to the near side, the left, and Nabel. Left corner of the penalty area, taking on Elliott in a one-on-one and putting it back. Voltemada actually flicked it away from goal there. England were a bit lucky. Stansfield can't hold it up further down the pitch, and it's an angle pass by Arian B, wide left to Nabel again. Nice football from Germany, who are just trying to reassert themselves in the game. A goal behind in the final, and this is a Germany team that simply is not used to losing Antonio Di Salvo's side. But can England get the better of them and make it back-to-back Euros titles? The players walk past the gleaming silver trophy as they came onto the pitch. There's that superstitious rule, you never touch the trophy before the game has begun. Brown crosses from the left for Germany, over the head of Voltemada. It'll drop to the back post in Collins. Collins can drill it low across goal, cleared away. Voltemada tries to get a turning touch in the box, and Elliot Anderson steers it into the path of Elliott for England. Elliott races over the halfway line at great pace, and England have got plenty forward in the attack. Elliott's reached the edge of the penalty area, and now he's in a cross from McAtee, and Stansfield can't get there. How didn't he get there? A teasing ball across the face of goal from James McAtee. Magnificent counter-attack from England. Quite simply back to front. Elliott carried it forward 50 yards. McAtee's ball just needed a turning touch, and Stansfield seemed to stop on it at the vital moment, and he got nowhere near it in the end.
I just think Stansfield has to dive, has to slide. It's about a foot in front of him. I mean, Harvey Elliott, by the way, is having a sensational start to this match. Driving, run forward, everything opened up for him. played a lovely ball to James McAtee. There may be a hint of offside. We would only know if that was put into the back of the net. But it's a lovely ball across. I just think Jay Stansfield didn't do enough to get on the end of it. But once again, England showing how dangerous they are on the counter-attack.
Well, had it confirmed, Darren, that Thomas Tuchel is in the stadium tonight.
Wonder who he's supporting.
Well,
It's win-win for him. It's win-win for him.
I wonder what he's thinking. England's under-21s showing the seniors how it's done so far.
He must be impressed, Joe. He really must be impressed. Yes, we know they're going to have their moments, the Germany under-21 side, but their opening 20 minutes has been all England.
England 1, Germany 0, it remains. And England should have further goals. You are right, there was probably a hint of offside against McAtee when Elliott played the ball through to him. Anyway,
I felt, Joe, sorry, it was kind of not similar in terms of where we started, but they just parted ways with Harvey Elliott, and I just felt he could have got that on his left foot and maybe hit the shot from around 22 yards, as he did in that Netherlands match.
He's giving it away here, Elliott, though. Nabel for Germany tries to thread it infield, and it's blocked off, and now Quansah leading the England counter-attacking charge. He's raced up to the midway point of the Germany half, and he's pushed it towards the left, and Hutchinson caught on the penalty area. Germany have no midfield at the moment. Hutchinson, couple of step-overs into the area, finds Elliott, the England goal scorer. Finally getting back is the captain, Eric Martel, to clear it away. England look a massive counter-attacking threat. Hutchinson away on the left-hand side. They've got pace throughout this England team, and it was another Liverpool player whose future is in probably even bigger doubt than Harvey Elliott, Jarell Quansah, who started the counter-attack.
Yeah, brilliant from Jarell Quansah, stepping onto the ball, showing his strength and power and speed running through. But I must say, Joe, the contrast of this England side that we see in the group stages compared to what we've seen in the knockout stages and this final. I'm sat here with James Fielden against Germany in the group stage when they're 2-0 down, thinking if Slovenia get a couple of goals, England could have been out. We was talking in those terms. But since the quarter-final, semi-final and today, it's been a totally different side. And it's a credit to these England players.
Well, you don't want to peak too early at a major tournament, and England's under-21s have certainly got better as it's gone on. Foul by Hinshelwood in the left-back position. Germany will have a free kick in the right-wing area. And the latest with Jarell Quansah, by the way, is that the reports are that he's got his medical penciled in at Bayer Leverkusen for next Monday. So almost certainly, 99.9%, he is going to leave Liverpool. Hinshelwood fouling his club teammate Gruder.
Yeah, it was a foul, rightfully so. He got put a hand into his neck, but it seems to be the thing now, doesn't it? Young English talent going abroad, trying it out earlier than what it was when I was playing, going abroad. It's normally the last thing you've done. But by Leverkusen, building a nice side, Jarell Quansah, be a great addition.
So Germany free kick. Germany haven't threatened at all so far. England goalkeeper James Beadle has not had a save to make. England 1, Germany 0 in the final. Rice delivers the free kick. Voltemada's header is wide. And he was in an offside position anyway. England held the line well. And actually Voltemada did look at first glance like he'd gone a yard or so early. He's maybe even more offside than that, Darren Ambrose.
Yeah, it's a brilliant line by the England defenders. It's one of those. Voltemada is trying to play chicken, play cat and mouse with the England defence. He's starting in an offside position. Normally you come back or the defence line drops, so you're then offside, so you're onside. But the defence didn't drop. It was a lovely line, and he was, a good 2 yards offside. And even so, he got his header wrong. It's been a difficult start to this match from Voltemada. Obviously, we've heard a lot about him and his goals, but he's not really had much joy yet.
13 goals in just 17 appearances for Germany's under-21s. He plays his club football at Stuttgart. England 1, Germany 0. A quarter of the game gone. Lee Carsley could barely have asked for any more from his England players. 1 to 11. They've been excellent so far. Maybe the one thing that's been missing has been the comfort of a second goal that would have been deserved on the balance of play. As it is, it's just 1-0. Voltemada for Germany holds it up midway inside the England half, and Collins is forward on the overlap, the right back, deep inside England territory, being jostled by Hinshelwood, and then the infield pass to Martel, who has scooped a first-time shot miles over the bar.
Yes, and Lee Carsley will be delighted with what he's seeing in terms of defensive shape. Spoken about that at the start of the game. They're covering for one another. They're only limiting Germany to those speculative efforts from 20-25 yards. He'll be delighted to see this.
From Former Palace Newcastle midfielder Darren Ambrose, who played for the under-21s, is with us tonight. Elliott with a delightful dink up the middle, and James McAtee, the England captain, is clear. Can he poke it into the path of Hutchinson in the area? He does. Hutchinson! 2-0 to England! A fine finish, and England are starring and potentially heading all the way here in Slovakia to another European Championship title. Germany at the moment look all over the place, and England are set to conquer Europe again. England 2, Germany 0. England by far the better side.
By far the better side, and this is thoroughly deserved. And the initial pass by that man again, Harvey Elliott, to James McAtee. I thought he'd overdone it. I thought the defence had got back. Collins had almost got back, but the little deftness of touch on the outside of his left boot, McAtee to Amari Hutchinson. Can you hit the target? He does. He puts it through the legs of Atubolu with a lovely strike with his left foot. But I think a lot of credit in that needs to go to Jay Stansford as well. The ball went upfield. He held the defender off, got a challenge in, and that's why the ball landed at Harvey Elliott. But the pass by Harvey Elliott, Joe, was sensational, and the finish equal. 2-0, and we have to say, it's been coming.
It is an extraordinary England performance so far against a Germany team who haven't lost in 2 years at under-21 level. What a moment for Amari Hutchinson, who really has announced himself on the European stage over the course of the summer, of course. Impressed at Ipswich last season despite their relegation from the Premier League, and you wouldn't be surprised if he ends up back in the top flight.
And you just know, don't you, he's got such a lovely left foot. Seen throughout the season, the games are covered for Ipswich. He hits it so sweetly, and soon as James McAtee flicked it, and he didn't need to have a touch, he was on his left foot, he just knew where the ball was going to end up. And they always say, hit it hard and low and you've got a chance. And it went straight through Atubolu's legs.
Well, it is some scoreline. England 2, Germany 0 on Talksport at the Euros final. Here is Brown for Germany's under-21s. Low ball into the penalty area, steered upfield by Charlie Cresswell. Now England have got to maintain this 2-0 advantage until half-time. Stansfield trying to pluck the ball out of the air, but he's, in the end, had it swept off his toes by the defender, Arian B. If they can get to half-time, Darren, at the very least at 2-0, they've then got a fantastic chance, Lee Carsley's team.
Of course they have. We know what 2-0 scoreline. I'd never like the 2-0 scoreline because Germany get one goal, the momentum swings. We've seen that many, many times. But this might not be 2-0 at half-time. This could be anything. The way England are playing, every time they go on the attack, it looks like they could score a goal every single time. I've been so impressed by this performance. And they'll be looking to go in at least 2-0 up.
England may have saved the best until last. The holders lead Germany 2-0 in the final. Voltemada to Nabel for Germany, wriggles his way into the penalty area. Very good close control, but he's out-muscled by Cresswell as he heads for the dead ball line, and Cresswell puffing his chest out and screaming with delight. And Nabel didn't like that little swing at Cresswell, and the referee's going to call over the Germany man, and there are words for both of them.
I mean, Nabel didn't like it, but I absolutely loved it. There's good feet by Nabel to start with, but he just overrun it. But the passion, the desire, Charlie Cresswell screaming. Yes, he was screaming perhaps at him, but he went past him to the crowd, and he was pumping his chest, as you said, and Nabel didn't like it. Give him a little shove.
Plenty of England fans behind that goal to the left-hand side. All the action, though, has been away to our right. England 2, Germany 0. Elliott and Hutchinson the scorers. Overhit pass towards Hinshelwood down that England left, and it's a Germany throw in the right-back position, overhit by Elliot Anderson this time. Well, Lee Carsley's team really started to click, in his own words, in the quarter-finals when they beat Spain 3-1. It was not convincing during the group stages, Darren, and as you know, you wouldn't have gone for England based on their performances in the first 3 matches, but it is all about knockout football at tournament level.
Of course it is. It's all about getting through the group stage, and that's what they've done by any means necessary.
Voltemada for Germany, inside right channel, almost pulling his way towards the corner of the penalty area beyond Scott. He's reached the dead ball line, and he has won Germany a corner. Germany yet to have an effort on target 29 minutes in.
You have to say he is the danger man, Waldemar, for Germany, and you can tell he knows it. He looks confident. He's a big player, big character, it seems. They just need to keep him quiet because he scored in every game he's played in so far, and we don't want that again.
Rocco Reitz will take the corner for Germany. Right-footed and out-swinging, high into the six-yard box, and the header from Voltemade, a glancing blow, has gone wide. In fact, it wasn't Voltemade, it was Tim Ehrman, the centre-half, with the near-post effort. Yeah,
it was, and from our angle, it looked like that was heading in, but it wasn't. It just went wide of the post. Beadle looked to have it covered, although he puffed his cheeks out as the ball went past him.
A little bit of relief for England's number one, but he was really well protected by his defenders against the Netherlands. The Dutch goal in that semi-final, which England won 2-1, was an amazing strike out of absolutely nothing, but generally speaking, Darren, England was super solid that night as well.
They've been solid throughout the tournament, they really have. Throughout this whole tournament, and when Archie Gray played, Livramento went to left back, Archie Gray played right back, he was the same. But the two centre-halves, the stalwarts, Charlie Cresswell and Jarell Quansah, have been really, really good in this game and the tournament.
Great Paul Anderson up the inside right. Elliott will charge after it, but Brown is across the Germany left back to see it out of play. Half an hour gone. A delightful and dynamic England performance. They lead Germany 2-0 in the final. If only we could see something like this on a regular basis from the senior team. And of course, Thomas Tuchel has not been in charge for long. But expectations of a different level, of course, at the World Cup in 2026. Germany have it with Ehrman. Out to the right-back position, and Collins nearly loses out to Hutchinson. Ehrman coming across, and Collins managing to get back and roll it back to the feet of the goalkeeper, but England look poised to pounce on Germany at every chance, Darren Ambrose.
Yeah, they do, and Germany look nervous. Every time it goes back to the defenders, look nervous. Lovely play there, though.
They have smuggled the ball forward up into England territory. Viper, the centre-forward, out on the left-hand side. He's tried to go on the outside of Elliot Anderson, who's having nothing of it. Anderson wins it back right by the corner flag, plays it back to Cresswell. He's bundled over by Nabel, and those two going head-to-head again. Enable the much smaller player. England get a free kick.
It's just so clever by Charlie Cresswell. I used to hate that when defenders did that against me. He just got his body between him and the ball and felt one slight touch in his back and went down.
England so quick on the counter-attack again, and here is Hutchinson in the left-wing position with Collins backing off. Hutchinson into the area, right-footed, low shot is a few yards wide. Hutchinson thinks it took a deflection. The referee has said goal kick. England look like they can score every time they come forward. 2-0 up.
Yeah, I thought it took a deflection as well. I think it was good defending by Collins in the end. He cuts in on his right foot, Hutchinson, and it was, seeing the replay, it was a deflection. Amari Hutchinson knew it, Jay Stansfield knew it, the German defenders knew it, but the referee didn't see it.
Talksport 2 in just under half an hour's time for Benfica against Chelsea, as our coverage of the Club World Cup continues over on Talksport 2. That is the last 16 for Chelsea in Charlotte, North Carolina. And from next Wednesday, we'll start our coverage of the Women's Euros in Switzerland. We'll have the opening game, Switzerland against Norway. And England underway, the Lionesses against France in Zurich. We'll be live in the stadium at this time next week, 8 o'clock start, again on Talksport. Germany have it on the halfway line. The captain, Martel, squared to Bright Array and B, who's worked it wide to the left-hand side. Brown in a crossing position, delivers in high. It's a great ball, and it's headed over the top by Viper, who was lurking on the edge of the six-yard box. Nice football from Germany, but still 2-0 England.
Yeah, first real opportunity, I'd say, for the Germans here, and it was Viper scored a good goal in the group stage against England. A lovely header. This time Jarell Quansah did enough just to put him off as the ball come into the box. He looks disappointed with himself for not hitting the target there, Viper.
England trying to smuggle the ball upfield from the right-back position, and Livramento is racing over the halfway line at great pace. And again, Germany looks short defensively. Livramento with a brilliant crossfield ball. Hutchinson into the area. McAtee, Stansfield in the box, and it's deflected behind. I think the offside flag might have gone up, but that was champagne football from the would-be European champions, the current holders, England.
That's prime Barcelona. That's Pep Guardiola's Barcelona. Elliot Anderson started it off with a back heel on the touchline to Livramento. Played a wonderful ball. Looking at the line, he's millimetres offside Amari Hutchinson, but they allowed play on. He found McAtee. McAtee found Jay Stansfield. It deflected wide, but that would have been pulled back as it was, rightly so, for the offside. But what football that was.
Well, we have to keep saying, don't we, Darren, that we're only 34 minutes into the final, and it's the Germany team, as you've been saying, that are more than capable of coming back. But it's so far it has been a joy to watch this England performance.
They don't know what's hit them, the German team. Antonio Di Salvo must be thinking, where was this in the group stage? Because they made 11 changes and it was a bit of a poor performance in the group stage. But this has been anything but. Look, I can't praise them highly enough. I know there's a long way to go, but it's been fantastic stuff up to now.
Well, he did say, Di Salvo, the head coach of Germany, that the group stage match wouldn't have much bearing on what happens tonight, and he was absolutely right. England 2, Germany 0. 10 minutes of the first half remaining in Bratislava. And live here on Talksport. England have it with Cresswell and now Scott, dropping deep into his own territory. Every single England player looking composed on the ball. Every single England player looking like they are more than capable of carrying it forward and starting attacks.
Yeah, they're so comfortable in possession, every single one of them. It's just been the perfect 36 minutes at the moment. Just need to concentrate, as you said.
McAtee's given it away to Voltemada, and he has got back. Voltemada went down just inside the penalty area. I thought he was looking for it at first glance. McAtee makes up for the error and England have it again.
Yeah, of course. I don't think he was even looking for it. I think it was just strong defending, Charlie Cresswell, and he's fired up, isn't he? As soon as he jumped up, you see him screaming at Voldemar. I don't actually think he was playing for the penalty. I just think he knew he got out-muscled and sat on the floor.
Here is Ehrmann for Germany inside the centre circle. A real challenge ahead for this talented Germany team now. They are 2-0 behind and they're yet to muster an effort on target. Nearly 36 minutes in. Brown has skipped forward in between Anderson and Elliott, but it's swept away by Cresswell again. Last man back for England, and then McAtee is fouled. That could be the first yellow card of the final for the Germany skipper Martel, and it is the yellow quickly out of the pocket of Sander van der Eyck.
Yeah, yellow card 100% for me. It looks a sore one. Alex Scott gets there first, touches it, not just touches it, he kind of dinks it over the leg of Martel. And it's the second nasty challenge that he's done today, actually, Martel. I'm surprised he got away with the first one, but he certainly didn't get away with that one.
Whatever happens tonight, we'll have reaction for you from 6 o'clock tomorrow morning on the Weekend Sports Breakfast here on Talksport with Natalie Sawyer and Tony Cascarino. So far, England are going all the way. They are going to retain their Euros trophy. Just had a chance to look at that Voltemada incident again on the monitor, Darren. I think they've stopped the play for a cooling break here, which has been commonplace throughout Euro 2025. Yeah. Anything in the penalty appeal?
No, nothing at all. And I've got to correct myself. It wasn't Charlie Cresswell. It was James McAtee who gave the ball away initially, that got back and showed his desire to win the ball back, his strength against Voltemada, and nothing in it for me. Perhaps he was looking for it, but as I said, Charlie Cresswell fired up. As soon as Voltemada went down, he jumped up screaming at him again. I love it.
Fired up at one end of the field, Darren, and fantastic finishes for the two England goals at the other end. And it's proven to be a potent combination for England's under-21s, and Lee Carsley hoping to do what Dave Sexton did in the early 80s and lead England to back-to-back European Championship titles. They would be the first team to do that, retain the trophy on two separate occasions.
It'd be a fantastic achievement. We've spoken about it before. It's all going to plan at the moment. 38 minutes gone in this match. Confident, comfortable. Germany have nothing at the moment. Maybe Viper and Voldemar look the most threatening, but they're not really anything in terms of goalmouth action at the moment. Every time an England player loses possession, another England player is there to cover him and back him up. It's been good stuff. Long way to go still, though.
Well, the drinks break, the cooling break is over, and so obviously that'll add 1 or 2 minutes at the end of the first half, certainly at a bare minimum. Elliott has the ball for England, just inside Germany territory, back to the centre circle where Quansah is waiting, England's number 4. Jarell Quansah, little Cruyff turn away from Viper, back to the halfway line. Hinshelwood all the way back to England goalkeeper Beadle, who was excellent when he was called upon against the Dutch in a similar kind of game where he didn't have a lot to do, and he's given it straight to Viper, and he gets away with it. Beadle slides in to win it back. Now can that lead to an England break? Hinshelwood up the middle, 25 yards from goal, wide left to Hutchinson, pulls it back to McAtee. What a save by Atubolu! The goalkeeper claws it away. All that was missing there for England was the finish, and it would have been 3-0 and perhaps game over. A move that started, maybe unintentionally, from England's goalkeeper.
Honestly, Joe, I can't believe what I'm seeing here. Every slight error that England are making, they're getting away with, and not just getting away with. The challenge by Beadle on Viper when he gave it away was like a prime Rio Ferdinand challenge back then. It set up the counter-attack, and as you said, everything right. Hinshelwood to Hutchinson, cut back to McAtee, done everything right. You could easily put that one over the bar as it's cutting back around the penalty spot, and it was a good save in the end, Atubolu. But we're looking like we're making a change here, Joe.
Yeah, there is a problem for England here, and there is a problem for Alex Scott, who might have to limp off. Lee Carsley has already called Tyler Morton, the Liverpool midfielder, over. He missed the semi-final because of suspension, and it would be such a shame if England were to lose Alex Scott to injury just before half-time. He's carrying on for now, so maybe they were a bit hurried with potentially readying Morton for the change. Anyway, it's an England corner, and Scott has come forward. Plenty inside the Germany box. Corner into the near post, headed away by Voltemade. Getting back. And now Elliott square to Anderson inside the centre circle. Reverse ball high towards the right. Hoisted into the path of McAtee. Lovely touch back to Hinshelwood, who crosses in. It deflects to the far post. England can't convert. And it'll be smuggled away by Germany just about. And there's a foul on Brian Gruder, so Germany get a free kick. England looks so dangerous going forward. And I guess the only blemish, aside from having maybe not scored a third, is if there is a problem for Alex Scott here.
Yeah, I did see he was pushing away the England players, basically saying, I'm staying on, don't you dare tell Lee Carsley to take me off. Tyler Morton was getting readied, he had his shirt on. Yeah. But Alex Scott is here. Maybe he'll try to see it out to half-time, see if we can assess him then. But they look like they can score every time they go forward, Joe. They really do.
England's under-21s 2, Germany under-21s 0. It's the final of Euro 2025 in Slovakia, and England have produced a top performance so far live on Talksport. But Germany are on the attack, a rare attack for Germany. 42 minutes in, they go backwards to Arian B, and England have got everybody in the white shirts and the dark blue shorts back behind the ball. Scott is limping a bit here, not moving all that well, Darren. Wouldn't be surprised to see him come off at the break.
Yeah, I wouldn't. He doesn't look comfortable, does he? It'd be a big loss, but Tyler Morton would certainly come on. He showed what he's about throughout the tournament when he's had his opportunities. As you said, suspended for the semi-final. Perhaps he would have played. But yeah, it'll be a big miss if Alex Scott have to be withdrawn at half-time.
We'll keep an eye on it, and of course Lee Carsley and Ashley Cole and the rest of the England backroom staff will do likewise. They've just got to get through 2.5 minutes of normal time, plus added time in the first half here. They are winning 2-0. Forward by Martel for Germany to Voltemade. Spins away from Scott on the edge of the centre circle and is hacked down. That could be a yellow card, and that might seal any decision for England to make a change maybe at half-time.
Yeah, you know what, Joe, I think he needs to come off, Alex Scott. I think that foul there just proved that he's not quite with it. He's hobbling around. I mean, it was good play from Voltemade again. Showed the pace. But I just think it was a tackle through frustration. I think he knows he's going to be making way very soon.
They might do it now. Alex Scott looks really disappointed. You can understand that. The Bournemouth man has had a brilliant tournament, and great to see his England colleagues all around him to give him a pat on the back, and he deserves it for his performances at Euro 2025. Now let's hope it's not a particularly bad injury. He's going to limp off, and Tyler Morton is going to come on.
Yeah, I think it was the one against Martel. I think maybe he's got a dead leg. It looked like he put his knee into maybe his right quad, and he is really struggling. He's really hobbling off. He tried to carry on, fair play to him. You don't want to come off in an occasion like this, but he's done everything he can in this tournament. Really, really impressed me. And now Tyler Morton gets his opportunity.
Warm words from Lee Carsley for Alex Scott. Morton darts on. Germany do have the free kick that Scott gave away, and midway inside the England half, left of centre as we look at it. England have brought everybody back to defend it. Last minute of normal time in the first half. Referee spotted something, and Darren, you spotted the run of Nathaniel Brown, the Germany left-back, who's just to the left of this free kick.
Yeah, he's not running, he's looking like he's not aware, he's not doing nothing. I think Harvey Elliott's seen this.
He's marked Brown out of it. Wright has hoisted the ball into the box, and the looping header, I think that barely counts as an Epanon goal from Viper. It was the simplest of takes for James Beadle. You wouldn't call it a save, and Germany have a huge amount of work to do if they're to turn this final around.
Yeah, they certainly do. And just looking at that free kick, I just explain what I see there, Joe. Brown, I used to take free kicks.
Oh, it's only half cleared by Germany. Hutchinson was nearly in on the edge of the D. Collins clears.
Yeah, he was almost there. Good clearance in the end. But I knew you used to take free kicks, and we'd plan on just pretend you're not looking and then play the quick one.
Collins for Germany wins a corner off Morton. Darren Ambrose is with us for the Euro 2025 final. Second corner for Germany, probably. And Darren, as we go into 3 minutes added, their best spell of the game so far.
Yeah, you'd say so. Maybe that's because Alex Scott has gone off, just disrupted the rhythm a little bit from the England team. Tyler Morton coming on. They just need to see out these 3 minutes of added time and get into half time.
Wright is going to take the corner. It's going to be out swinging, chipped into the near post. Voltemada went up for it. Great header away by England's Cresswell. Thumping header clear. Collins for Germany. 30 seconds through, 3 added at the end of the first half. England 2, Germany 0. Nabel dribbles down the left and then checks back onto his left foot away from Stansfield, and the header is in! Germany have got one back. It's Viper in first half stoppage time with a flying header which James Beadle got a touch to, but he couldn't keep out. And England are pegged back, and suddenly the pathway to glory doesn't look quite as smooth. England 2, Germany 1.
Honestly, Joe, I don't really know what to say. It's been all England. It's lovely play from Neville down the left-hand side. Puts a brilliant delivery into the box, and what a powerful header that is. Gets in front of Tyler Morton, who's just come on. It's behind Charlie Cresswell. A similar-ish goal to the one he scored in the group stage against England. It's a powerful header. It's unstoppable from James Beadle. And I said, one goal, momentum changes. England just need to keep focused, keep playing their game, because that was against the run of play, but it's happened.
A bit deflating for the England fans, which says it all, because England still leading the final 2-1, but they've been so dominant that Germany goal at any time is a massive disappointment. And it does change the tone and change the feeling of the final, Darren, going into the last minute of added time in the first half.
Well, yeah, everything changes at half-time. The team talks, everything. Although Lee Carsley has to say they've not done anything wrong, apart from maybe a lapse in concentration in the final minute of the half to allow Viper to score. More of the same from England in the second half.
Viper, who scored for Germany against England in the win in the group stages. 30 seconds of added time left in this first half. England 2, Germany 1. So England are not quite cruising to victories. It looked like they might be. There is a long way to go. James Beadle, the England goalkeeper, will hammer the ball long downfield. It's towards the right as it's swerved in the air. Stansfield gets there to hold it up in front of Ehrman, and he has won England the throw. They've barely got any time to take it. Only a few seconds left in the first half. The atmosphere has changed a bit at the National Football Stadium as the half-time whistle blows, and strange to say, mixed feelings maybe for England, because for 45 minutes they were magnificent. Harvey Elliott and Amari Hutchinson put them 2-0 up, and deservedly so. James McAtee could have made it 3, but denied by the Germany goalkeeper Noah Atubolu. Then England lost Alex Scott to injury, and they've been pegged back in first half stoppage time. Vipers header for Germany, and suddenly the final is perhaps back in the balance. Largely excellent from England, but they haven't been able to quite make their dominance count, maybe as much as they'd have liked. At the break, England 2, Germany 1.
Joe Shannon, thank you very much indeed. Wow, what a final this has been so far. England with a sensational start, but Germany have got themselves back into it against the run of play. The Young Lions, though, still ahead, and at the moment they are heading for glory. Darren Ambrose, Thomas Tuchel's in attendance there tonight. I bet at stages in that first half he was thinking, can I just take this lot to the next World Cup? Some of the football was ridiculously good.
Honestly, Ollie, I said it in comms, the contrast between the group stage and the knockout stage, and then the contrast between the semis, quarter semis and the final, it's been sensational stuff from England, apart from the one lapse in concentration at the very end, but they can't let that affect them. It's been a total domination in terms of attacking play, attacking threat. Could have been 3 or 4 up. Harvey Elliott has been brilliant in that half, but everyone 1 to 11 has been outstanding. Tyler Morton's obviously come on. It's a big half to come. Germany get themselves back in it in the last, in added time in the first half. So mixed emotions in terms of how good England have been, but we still go in with a little bit of disappointment that they've just scored.
Yeah, it's fair to say that is why people say that 2-0 is such a dangerous scoreline, because there were other opportunities, weren't there, for England to maybe be even further ahead, because they looked so dangerous, especially on the counter-attack. But before the game, Darren, you mentioned that England needed a fast start in this final, and 5 minutes in, a big man for the big moment, Harvey Elliott, who has been brilliant throughout this tournament, was there with a wonderful finish, and to get them off to that start was perfect, wasn't it?
It was brilliant. It was the perfect start, and I'd have to say, I think Harvey Elliott's got a shout for player of the tournament for me. He's been absolutely brilliant for England, and I was watching it and I thought it was a lovely finish, but when I see the replay from behind, there was one place he could put it, and he certainly found it. He started the move, got a slight deflection, I think it was off Viper that found Amari Hutchinson. Perhaps should have done better, Hutchinson. But the composure of Harvey Elliott to just, when you first started the game, to have the composure to just take your control, touch the ball, pick your spot and place it, was absolutely brilliant. And what a start for England. And it just went on from there.
Also a lovely finish for the second, wasn't it, for Amari Hutchinson. You said just before half-time that goal for Germany, though, it changes the team talk. What is Lee Carsley's message now for these England players? Because I think actually in that first half, one of the most impressive things was the attitude that England came out with. They were playing completely without fear.
Yeah, exactly that. Exactly. Took the words out of my mouth. Without fear. Every single one of those players looked like they were enjoying themselves, looked like they were made for this kind of occasion. And you know what? I know I said that. I'm not sure there's much to be said in terms of a change of team talk. It's just more of the same. 2-0 is a, and I said it as well, it's a tough scoreline because Germany get a goal, momentum changes, but I think it's a tougher scoreline if it's 2-0 at half-time, because then you come out and you haven't got that opportunity as Lee Carsley to have that team talk. If they scored, then the momentum changes. Now he can sit them down and tell them how good they've been, because some of them might not have known it. Some of them probably disappointed to concede. Now we can say, look, we've been sensational. Okay, we conceded. Let's start this half like we did the first half, and we'll go on to win this comfortably.
It's funny, isn't it? Throughout this tournament, we've talked about how important tournament experience is for these players. And this game is such a good example of that, isn't it? Because, like you've been saying, Germany were completely out of the game. They were being battered in that first half. But now they're the ones probably heading in at half-time with a bit of confidence that they're going to take into that second half. Is it the timing of that goal that's a bit of a worry for England just before half-time?
A little bit, but again, like I said, I think the timing of it that's allowed, it's half-time now, so it's 2-1 at half-time. It's allowed Lee Carsley now to sit his players down and just reflect on the positive side of that half, as opposed to that one lapse in concentration at the end. You know what, it's been an experience this whole tournament. The underwhelming first game, the poor second game, losing in the third game, then just total domination in the quarter, semis and final. The experience these players are gaining from this is second to none. And I think this right here, if England could go and see this game out, not just see it out, but if they play like they did in the opening 44 minutes of that half, they'll go on and win this comfortably, and it will just be such a good achievement.
Darren, thanks very much. We'll check back in with you ahead of the second half. England's Young Lions, at the moment, are 45 minutes away from glory, but it is a tasty, tasty final we now have on our hands. There is Club World Cup action going on tonight as well. Talksport's reporter Ian Abrahams will be watching Chelsea in the last 16 against Benfica, and he's got a recap of the team news.
Yeah, Chelsea makes 7 changes to the side that beat Tunis 3-0 last time out. In goal, Jorgensen drops out, so Sanchez returns. 3 in the back, 4 replaced. Ajpom, Tosin and Gusto are replaced by James, Colwell and Cucurella. Caicedo comes in and Cuckoo drops out, so does Dewsbury Hall, and Madueke, Neto and Palmer also returns. Sanchez is in goal. The back 4 is James, Colwell, Badiashile and Cucurella. It'll be Lavia holding alongside Caicedo, with a 3 of Neto, Enzo Fernandez and Cole Palmer behind Liam Delap, the lone striker. As for Benfica, 2 37-year-olds that we know all too well start for them. The former Manchester City defender Nicolas Otamendi in the back 4, and as part of a front 3, the former Manchester United man Angel Di Maria. So they're both are 37. They may well feel the heat. Palmeiras, they await the winners in the quarter-finals, and by the way, the winner of this game gets close on 10 million quid. It's Chelsea against Benfica, live from 9 o'clock on Talksport 2.
Cool, you wouldn't mind that in the old bank account, would you, there, Moose? If I get you to put your weatherman hat on very quickly, one of many strings to your bow, what kind of conditions are Chelsea going to be playing in? Because we've seen some serious heat at this tournament.
Yeah, you're going to see some serious heat in this game as well. When I checked the temperature just before the kick-off, it was said it was going to be about 33 degrees, maybe rising to a little bit higher than that, sort of 34, 35 degrees as well. There is a threat of thunderstorms. Now, when there's been threats of thunderstorms and lightning previously in this tournament, plays had to be suspended. Bearing in mind that there is extra time and penalties if needed, Palmeiras needed extra time to beat Botafogo in the opening game of the day today to sort out who's going to reach the quarter-finals against one of these two teams. When you realise that the heat and the fact they could be playing 2 hours, this is going to be way more than just an 11 against 11 game.
And that last game over Tunis, the 3-0 win, obviously Maresca was able to rotate a lot of that squad. Given that it's been a taxing season as a whole, and given those conditions, that's a real benefit actually, wasn't it, for Maresca, just to be able to freshen things up?
It is. I mean, obviously Nicholas Jackson is suspended, so Liam Delap, who scored in the last game, he probably would have started anyway, if the truth be told. But you know, rather than playing in a Euro final tonight for England, he's playing for Chelsea at the World Club Cup. But you're right. At least there was an opportunity in the last game to rest the likes of Cole Palmer and Pedro Neto, Reece James. I mean, the amount of injuries that he's had in the past few years, you know, playing too many games in this heat would probably not have been great for him. And listen, we've discussed before, and we discussed again going forward with the Club World Cup, you know, the insane amount of heat that they're having to play, the fact that this has come at the end of, for the European sides anyway, it's come at the end of a 10-11 month season. Most of these players played international football last summer at the Euros, and a season before that. You know, I don't want any bleeding hearts out there thinking, oh, you know, what's he going on about? But at some stage, we are going to have to look at quite how many games in a 12, 24 month period these guys are playing.
Yeah, I agree. Ian Abrahams, thank you very much indeed. Moose there, Talksport reporter, will be keeping across that game. It is live on Talksport 2, a 9 p.m. kickoff, which is fast approaching if you do want to listen to that one. Right here, though, England's Under-21s are currently leading in the Euros final. They're ahead by 2-1 over Germany. A brilliant first half, but they have been pegged back. The second half comes next on Talksport.
Get ahead of the game every supercharged sporting Sunday on Talksport with Travis Perkins. Make the warm-up a part of your weekly matchday ritual and get an unrivaled preview of all the upcoming unmissable football action with expert predictions, pitch-perfect analysis and a top-flight lineup of guests. Guaranteed. The warm-up with Max Rushton and Barry Glendenning. Tomorrow morning from 11 on Talksport with Travis Perkins. Find everything you need for your landscaping project in stock and available for delivery. Terms and conditions apply.
And the 2025 Online Casino of the Year award goes to BetMGM.
That's how we do it in Vegas, baby. Sign up now to BetMGM Casino. Play £10 and get 100 free spins. Why would you play anywhere else? BetMGM. If it ain't us, it ain't Vegas.
Minimum £10 spent. New customers only. Wagering requirements and conditions apply. Awarded at EMEA Global Gaming Awards. 18 plus. Please gamble responsibly.
FIFA Club World Cup on 5. The world's best come together to decide the greatest club on earth. 32 teams across the globe compete to be crowned world champions.
Rodrigo. What a strike that was.
Watch the biggest names.
Mbappe.
The biggest clubs take each other on. Who will win the FIFA Club World Cup 2025? Watch, stream, on 5.
At GrosvenorCasinos.com, we know casino is more than a game. It's a feeling. Every deal of the cards, every turn of the roulette wheel, every spin of the slots, and every swipe of our app. You can feel the love every time you play. Experience over half a century of premium casino expertise right at your fingertips. Download the app or play online. GrosvenorCasinos.com, the home of the real casino. 18 plus gambleaware.org.
McDonald's burgers are prepared to order. And the patties are made from whole cuts of beef, sourced from farms across Britain and Ireland, with a pinch of salt and pepper, nothing else. There's not much else to say, really. That sizzle speaks louder than words. Served after 11 a.m, subject to availability.
Running a business can be expensive, which is why at NFU Mutual, we don't charge admin fees with our trades insurance, so you can easily make changes when you need to. No wonder 9 out of 10 of our business insurance customers renew every year. With agency offices across the UK, we're closer to you, closer to your business, closer to what matters. For quality trades insurance to suit all sizes, search NFU Mutual Builders and Trades Insurance.
Woohoo! Go grab a deal in the Go Outdoors Summer Clear Out. I've heard there's mega savings on everything you need to get kitted out for summer adventures. Hiking, camping, even paddleboarding. Better fly down there while stocks last. With your membership £5, T's and C's apply. Go Outdoors. Discover freedom!
On 1089 and 1053 medium wave, on DAB, online and on your smart speaker.
Under-21's European Championship final, England versus Germany,
Live on Talksport.
No nation has ever won back-to-back Under-21 European Championships. The prospect of rewriting the record books looms large for Lee Carsley's team tonight. Deflected to Hutchinson, saved by the goalkeeper, and he'll drop to Elliott in the area, and he's rolled it in! It's Harvey Elliott again!
No one can stop this player. Harvey Elliott, unbelievable tournament.
1-0 to England against a Germany team who haven't been beaten since losing to England in the 2023 group stage. Confirmed, Darren, that Thomas Tuchel is in the stadium tonight. I wonder what he's thinking. England's under-21s showing the seniors how it's done so far.
He must be impressed, Joe. He really must be impressed.
Elliott with a delightful dink up the middle, and James McAtee, the England captain, is clear. Can he poke it into the path of Hutchinson in the area? He does. Hutchinson! 2-0 to England! Now England have got to maintain this 2-0 advantage until half-time. Nabel dribbles down the left and then checks back onto his left foot away from Stansfield, and the header is in! Germany have got one back. It's Viper.
One goal, momentum changes. England just need to keep focused.
Good evening, this is Talksport bringing you live coverage of the final of the Under-21 Euros, and currently England are 45 minutes away from making it back-to-back titles at this age level. They raced into a 2-0 lead, but Germany have pegged them back, and it sets up a very, very interesting second half. The teams making their way back out in Bratislava. Just a quick thought from you then, Darren Ambrose, heading into this second half. More of the same from England, or do they need to try and limit Germany? Because as much as the goal was against the run of play, there were a couple of times where Germany had some chances in that first half.
Yeah, more of the same, Ollie. Just relax. Relax, you're the better side by a distance. Yes, you've had a lapse in concentration at the end of the half, but just continue the way you were playing throughout the half. You're going to get more opportunities. They're going to concede 1 or 2 opportunities, but you need to defend them as you have been. But the opportunities that you get in front of goal, you take 1, 2, it's going to be a comfortable evening.
Darren, thank you very much indeed. Let's hand back over then your commentary team tonight. Darren Ambrose, former England Under-21, alongside Joe Shennan.
Thank you, Ollie. And no changes at half-time for either team. England have the 2-1 lead in the final of Euro 2025 and heading for a 4th trophy in their history in this competition. The Under-21's back-to-back titles. It will be, at least that's the way things are set for now. But 45 minutes still to go. Germany back in it just before half-time. And the complexion feels slightly different all of a sudden in Bratislava. Germany get the game back underway. From left to right in the second half, Germany in their change kit. Pink and dark blue shirts, white shorts and dark blue socks. England in the white shirts, dark blue shorts and white socks, playing from right to left. They win a free kick for a foul on Elliott by Brown. England have Beadle in goal, Livramento, Cresswell, Quansah and Hinshelwood. Morton, who came on for Scott just before that Germany goal, and Anderson holding. Elliott, McAtee and Hutchinson behind Stansfield. For Germany, Atubolo is in goal, Collins, Ehrman, Arian and Brown, Gruder, Martel, Wright and Nabel. Voltemada and Viper are the 2 up top. The England bench, I'll give you as well. Simkin and Sharman Lowe are the 2 England substitute goalkeepers. Rowe, Waneri, Norton Cuffey, Illing Jr., Hackney, Gray, Fellows, Egan Riley and Edwards make up the rest of the England subs. England lead it 2-1 and quite a leisurely pace to start the second half. Anderson has played it square to Quansah. Angled ball over the halfway line to Hinshelwood, who's standing just in front of the watching England boss, Lee Carsley, in his England tracksuit. Thomas Tuchel here tonight, so is the Germany head coach of the senior team, Julian Nagelsmann. And Jarell Quansah goes back to James Beadle. It feels as though, Darren Ambrose, that England should be further in front, but the game is what it is, and now it feels like it's game on.
Of course, and this is the perfect start to the second half for England. Relaxed, relatively slow. You'd expect Germany to come out fast, come out of the traps, try and get a goal early as they can in this half. It's been a good start.
Hinshelwood over the halfway line, looking to pick out Hutchinson on the underlap. It was well covered by Collins and hacked upfield by Ehrman, the centre-half for Germany. Across comes Jarell Quansah to poke it out of play for a Germany throw. They're just shy of the halfway line. And Darren, you were saying that obviously England wouldn't want to concede at all, but actually better to concede just before half-time than just after it.
Yeah, absolutely. And it sounds crazy, but it's true, because you concede before, it allows the half-time team talk, allows Lee Carsley to concentrate on what was good in that half and just forget what happened at the end of it. If you come out the second half and Germany got a goal early to make it 2-1, then the momentum really changes and they would push on to maybe get another one. I just think looking at the positive things, if you can, conceding the goal, it allowed them the opportunity at half-time just to regroup and kind of maybe a little tactical switch to see what they can do.
England were brilliant for the most part in the first half. Darren Ambrose, former England Under-21s midfielder, with us on Talksport. Germany hit it long up towards the goal scorer Viper, but one bounce and it's through to James Beadle, England's number 1. Quick throw out to Anderson. He's just shy of the centre circle. Angled ball to the inside left and McAtee. Further wide on the overlap now is Hutchinson. Stansfield is the only England man in the middle. Hutchinson goes backwards to Hinshelwood, and here is Morton on his own in possession midway inside the Germany half. He'll calmly nudge it back to Jarell Quansah. England slow the game down. Good crowd at the National Football Stadium in Bratislava, Slovakia. Plenty of England fans here tonight, and England are 2-1 up and heading for Euros glory. We hope that the Lionesses can go a long way to replicating their own brilliant achievement of winning the Euros last time out as well. They look to retain their title in Switzerland this summer. They're underway against France this time next week on Talksport. Germany win it back on halfway. Voltemade on his outside to the left is Wright. Left-hand edge of the England penalty area, taking on Cresswell, nearly getting beyond him. He's going to pull it back to the edge of the area and tee up Viper with a deflected looping shot. And the deflection took all the sting out of it. And it's an easy gather for Beadle. England lead 2-1.
Yeah, a little bit of sloppy play. Tyler Morton in the centre of the park gave it away to Viper. Allowed Voldemort and Viper to run forward. I thought it might have been looping in, but it looped comfortably into Beadle's hands in the end, the shot by Viper. I think Tyler Morton just needs to get a feel for this game, keep possession. You don't want to be that player to make those mistakes.
Slightly cagier, nervier feel about it now in the second half, with Germany having got that goal back right at the end of the first period. They're underway in North Carolina. Benfica against Chelsea at the Club World Cup. Live over on Talksport 2 tonight. And that's the last 16 of the Club World Cup. And do download our app. It's free and easy to download, and you can swipe between both stations as and when you want to. Collins for Germany. High crossfield ball, right to left, out to the far side. Well controlled by Nathaniel Brown. Level with the England penalty area. Back it goes now to Nabel to hoist in the reverse ball, and it's looped over the top. Beadle was a bit unsighted there. It was a cross shot that nearly ended up catching out England's number one. Fortunately for England, it is over the bar.
Yeah, he did panic a little bit, didn't he, James Beadle? I don't know if he didn't realise where he was. Just got his position a little bit wrong. As the ball went over him from Nabel, he just glanced behind him, think he was going to hit the post, but it was comfortably wide in the end. But we spoke about this half-time, Joe, you and I. They're one-dimensional a little bit, Germany. They go down the wings and they try and get the crosses into the big Viper and big Voldemade in the box. And they're the one real danger that they have.
It is a 4-4-2 and quite a traditional one for Germany. Voltemade 25 yards out. Good reverse ball to Viper, who laid it back to the edge of the D. And Martel, great sliding challenge on him. I think it was James McAtee who made the challenge for England, and now they're on the counter. Anderson is fouled on halfway.
It was actually Tyler Morton, Joe, that made the slide, and that'll do him the world of good. A little bit of sloppiness opening, he kind of lapped the concentration for the goal. But it was a lovely sliding challenge to stop the German player hit the shot. I think it's Martel was going to hit the shot. It was a lovely challenge.
And you are absolutely right. It was Tyler Morton who made the crucial intervention just as Martel was running onto that for Germany, who have started the second half trying to get on the front foot. But you're also right that they are a kind of get it wide, get it in team. And England look actually the more capable footballing team 52 minutes in.
Yeah, that is the danger when they get it wide and they cross it in. Viper has already scored a couple of goals, one in the group stage and one in today against England, so that he knows he might have the beating of them.
Great dummy to charge over the halfway line for England from McAtee. He's raiding up to the edge of the penalty area. Low shot! It's just wide! Inches wide of the post. Atubolu, the Germany goalkeeper, plunged to his left-hand side. I don't think he was going to get there. James McAtee running from halfway, having taken rights out of the game with a delightful dummy, and it's so close to 3-1 for England.
So close. We're just seeing the replay from behind the goal. I'd say, well, it's a millimetre. It skimmed the post. It's lovely play to get away from Wright. The little dummy to get away from him was outstanding. Then he drove forward. He used Livramento's driving run to allow the play to open up. Hits his left foot and it just skims the post. Almost 3-1.
Goalkeeper wouldn't have got there. As you say, barely kissed the post on its way behind. And James McAtee so close to a brilliant England goal as it is. They lead, but still by the odd goal in 3 here in the final. Germany have the ball with Ehrmann, trying to travel over the halfway line. He's played it into the right-back area, and Collins now right to the feet of Martel, who's dipped in between the centre-halves. Back to Atubolu, the goalkeeper. Now it's with Bright Ariambi, charged down by Stansfield, who's working hard up front. Out of play it goes for a Germany throw in their left-back position. We are 8 minutes into the second half.
The work rate of this England side has been the best they've had all tournament. And it was proven once again there. Elliot Anderson shutting the full-back down, then the centre-half, then the goalkeeper. Went to the other centre-half. There was Jay Stansfield shutting them down, winning a challenge. conceding a throw in high up the pitch. The work rate's been tremendous.
Be interesting to see what James McAtee does next. If regular football eludes him at Manchester City, a couple of loan spells at Sheffield United over recent years. That will be an interesting question mark maybe over the rest of the summer and to the early part of next season. Nabel for Germany, Voldemade out on the left-hand side through the legs of Tino Livramento, but not beyond Morton, helping out again for England. And now Livramento starting to burst forward from the right-back position. He's blocked off by Wright. Germany have won it back, seeking an equaliser here, Germany, as they look to come from 2-0 down at one stage. It's now 2-1. Out on the left-hand side is Brown. Infield it goes to Wright. Wright dinks the ball into the area. Viper knocks it back into the path of Martel, who's gone down under the challenge of Anderson. There was no foul. England hack it away, but there are one or two more nervy moments for England early in the second half. Certainly more than we saw largely in the first.
Yeah, it's been a good start to the second half by Germany, but we expected that, didn't we? We expect them to come out fast. Martel in the box trying to win a penalty off Elliot Anderson. Nothing in that for me. They just need to get through this period, England, and then they'll get back into this game.
Germany have now reached the final in 4 of the last 5 at Under-21 Euros. Lee Carsley out to the edge of the technical area, the England boss. Germany have it with Gruder going all the way back. Heavy pass to his goalkeeper Atibolu, whose control was excellent, and he's hammered it long up to halfway. Header cleared by Cresswell. And now Elliott for England, back to Livramento in the right back position. Livramento will just turn and roll it all the way back to the feet of Beadle. Isn't any panic in the England ranks, Darren Ambrose. That's good to see. They know that Germany are going to have spells in the game. Beadle smacked it long downfield, and Stansfield nearly took it away with the touch from the defender Ehrman, who got back, but then Collins has knocked it out of play for a corner under pressure.
Yeah, lovely forward, I'm going to say hoof, but the goal kick from James Beadle to find James McAtee, who was one-on-one against Ehrman. Almost got his touch right. Then a little bit of confusion in the box. Ehrman playing it off Nathaniel Collins. And there's a corner for England. And this is a huge opportunity for the big players. Cresswell, Quansah to come forward. Livramento to come forward. And let's see how Tyler Morton's delivery is.
Well, England have played some great stuff, but they can go direct as well. England 2, Germany 1. Morton's going to take this. It looks like right-footed and in-swinging. Quansah and Cresswell both lurking towards the back post and near where McAtee is standing. Delivered in by Morton, high towards McAtee. Cresswell leaping as well. I think they both got a touch on it. Germany eventually clear, and now they can counter-attack perhaps with Nabel trying to dart towards the halfway line, and he's played it infield to Brighton's Gruder. Gruder over halfway with Nabel down the outside left. Nabel scampers into the penalty area. Angle against him. Cross is turned away by Beadle. Drops to Gruder. Gruder away from goal. Nabel delivers again, and it's cleared away by Morton for England. Another slightly fortuitous escape for the young Lions.
Yeah, and it's Germany this time that's counter-attacking. You know what? Nabel got played in. He was driving towards the goal. I just thought, you got to shoot. He doesn't. He tries to find Voldemade in the box, and he gets it all wrong. And in the end, England clear it. I just felt it opened up for Nabel, and he could have gone for goal.
Well, Nabel looks like one of Germany's most threatening attacking outlets, having set up the goal just before half-time, and Germany threatening an equaliser there. But it stays 2-1 to England as we head towards the hour mark, and it is that kind of time where you wonder whether Lee Carsley will be thinking about substitutions. Nearly an hour into a major final. England, who have made the one enforced change in the game so far, Morton for Scott at the end of the first half. I wonder whether he's got his mind on any other changes. We will see. Lots of England flags from various clubs around the country, all around the stadium here. Great to see. You see a Bristol City flag on the far side, and there's a Leeds flag behind the goal as well. They travel from far and wide to follow England at every level, the fans. Out on the left-hand side for Germany is Brown. Forward to Nabel. Red boots on the halfway line. He's trying to jink away from Harvey Elliott. Gets it back from Voltemade. Germany go back to Arian B. Got plenty of time, Germany. 32 minutes to try and find an equaliser.
Yeah, it's kind of reverse roles at the moment, isn't it? Germany looking the most threatening on the counter-attack in particular.
Quansah trying to shepherd the ball out of play. It'll certainly be A goal kick to England in the end, given by the assistant referee. Collins was hopefully appealing for a foul. The assistant was right there. Goal kick given.
Yeah, my initial thought was maybe that would be a foul. Quansah, it was a good battle, Quansah and Collins. But it was one of those, he was looking for it, he was playing for it, and he was right in front of the assistant referee, as you said, and nothing given. You see in the replay, he just nodded his head, said no chance.
Ball was dropped to Anderson, 10 yards shy of the halfway line. Fantastic feat to skip away from Martel, and a good ball over the halfway line to Elliott, out on the England right. He's got Livramento on the underlap. Elliott has held on to it, and he's had to go backwards to halfway, and Cresswell to Elliott again in a tight area, charged down by Voltemade, and he's won it back and he's kept it in play down the Germany left, and they've got 2 forward here in support. Voltemade checks infield, he's rolled a square pass towards Martel, who's tried to deflect it back towards the halfway line. Germany do keep possession, but they have lost a bit of momentum in that attack. 2-1 down Germany, live on Talksport. Out on the right for the Germans is Gruder, infield with the pass to Martel, on the edge of the penalty area, nearly got the shot away, rolls it back out wide, and Collins drills it in low, and it's hit Anderson and gone behind for a Germany corner.
They look dangerous now, Germany. Here's brilliant defending Anderson, as Voldemade was right behind him as the ball from Collins come in, kind of struck it across the box, and he was standing there, Voldemade, ready to tap it in. And Elliot Anderson just got there in front of him.
Well, Germany fans have travelled in their thousands too. An hour gone, 2-1 down. Corner in by Wright, headed away by Cresswell. It'll drop to the far post and Naval onto the right foot. Oh, what a wonderful goal! Into the top corner. It is a Germany equaliser. 2-2, and in fine fashion as well. Paul Naval picks out the top corner, the postage stamp, and England have blown a 2-0 lead. It's now England 2, Germany 2.
What a goal that is, Joe. Sickening for England. But you called it a couple of minutes ago. He's the most threatening player. Assist and a goal now today for Naval. And as the corner come in, I just see he stepped away. He got into a bit of space, and all he wanted to do was get it on his right foot, waiting for one angle. It may have just touched off Stansfield. I think it did, just to draw it away from James Beadle. It just touched Jay Stansfield's left leg. It's a great goal, Naval. As we said, that was coming, the second goal. It has been all Germany this half. And we just look back to that opener in the first half stoppage time. The momentum has swung back Germany's way. England need to regroup. Still a long way to go in this match.
It's 2-2, and it has been coming. Germany are back level. We knew they were going to be a great threat in this match, and so it's proving. England have reacted straight away by making a change. Brooke Norton-Cuffy, the former Arsenal youngster, now plays his football in Italy with Genoa, has replaced Jay Stansfield. So it'll be interesting to see who plays furthest forward for England. I think Elliott has gone maybe into the middle. Norton-Cuffy in his preferred role out on the right-hand side. But England need a response, and quickly. It is 2-2. Anderson for England facing his own goal. Got to be careful. And he's rolled the pass out wide to Cresswell. England will think about the goal they conceded just before half-time, and maybe the missed chances at 2-0 as well, Darren Ambrose. It is a totally different game.
It certainly is, Joe. And we just look at the 44, 45 minutes of the first half, and to be sat here 62 minutes into this match and say it's 2-2 now is incredible. You have to give credit to the German players. They stuck with it. They have a game plan, and it's working now at the moment. We expected a fast start to this second half by the Germans, and they've certainly done that, and it has been all them. And you can see the second goal coming, and their danger man Naval was the one to produce it.
Germany, like England, who've won the Under-21 Euros 3 times, they have come back from 2-0 down to level it, and the momentum is definitely with Germany. Voltemade again holds it up well on the halfway line, and he's trying to tear beyond Norton-Cuffy and Anderson. He's hacked down Voltemade. That was a lunging challenge on Germany's number 10. They've got a free kick. Was it Cresswell coming out of defence as Voltemade tried to bully his way through the middle, and it was Cresswell who slid in.
Yeah, it was Cresswell that slid in. Initially, I thought he got the ball. I'm just looking at the replays now. There's question marks whether he did. I think he was getting fouled initially. Voldemade from Norton Cuffy, who's just come on, was dragging him back. There's 3 of them in the end.
2-2, 64th minute of the final. Free kick hoisted in by Wright, thumping header away by Cresswell. At the moment, England can't really get hold of the ball in the game. It is all Germany, playing from left to right. Germany with Wright's crossfield ball, too high for Gruder. It's an England throw in the left-back position. How do they find a foothold again here, Darren?
They just need to regroup. They need to remember the positive things that they were doing in the first half. The counter-attacking football, the free-flowing, the intricate passes. They need to get back to that, because the Germans didn't know what was hitting them when they done that. But since half-time, we knew it was going to happen. It has been all Germany, and they look more likely to be the ones to go on to win this match at the moment.
Benfica 0, Chelsea 0 is the latest score in the first half in the last 16 of the Club World Cup. You can hear commentary right now over on Talksport 2. And from next Wednesday, we start our coverage of the Women's Euros in Switzerland with the opening game, Switzerland against Norway, here on Talksport. England first in action against France, the Lionesses, next Saturday night. Here is Quansah, halfway line for England, nudges it square. Can England produce a response? Elliott out wide. It's 2-2 in the final. 20 minutes into the second half. Norton Cuffy out on the right-hand side for England. Plays it back to Elliott. Now Livramento's forward. Livramento back to Norton Cuffy again. England trying to swing the momentum back their way. Cresswell on halfway. Square to Quansah. Just getting a feel of the ball again, England here. Hinshelwood to Anderson. He's skewed his pass straight to the feet of Ehrmann, but an even worse ball from the Germany man, and now England have it back. Anderson carries it forward. He's midway inside the Germany half. Wide left is Hutchinson. No real height for England to aim at now in the penalty area. Stansfield's gone off. Morton rolls the ball. Good ball out to the right, and Livramento. Maybe 10 passes in this England move. Norton Cuffy has drilled across high over the bar under pressure.
Yeah, it's a poor delivery. But as you said, better from England. Nice passage of play, keeping possession. Moving from left to right, but again, you are right, Joe. When it does, Amari Hutchinson found space on the left-hand side. There was no real height, and the contrast between the two sides. When the Germans get down the width, they've got Viper, they've got Voldemade in the box. Real big presence. England haven't really got that, so they need to come up with another plan to break this German team down again.
England looked unbeatable early in the first half, but how the game has changed. That is football for you. And Tyler Morton back to James Beadle, who got a touch on Nable's strike but couldn't keep it out. Great effort from the Germany winger to make it 2-2. And now Voldemade for Germany, looking to complete the comeback. He's played it forward to Nabel again on the edge of the D. Works it wide to the near side, the right. Brian Gruder down by the dead ball line. England have got plenty back here to defend the cross. Nabel delivers, header away by Quansah, unchallenged. It'll bounce down to Collins as we head towards the final quarter of the 90 minutes. And of course, extra time looming if neither team can get it done in 90 minutes. Collins high ball over the top. Too much on that. Through to Beadle, and maybe England can start to build an attack.
Yeah, we said, didn't we? It's kind of reverse roles this half. The German team are the ones that look most likely to go on and win this. But they're going to have their periods of play, England. And when they do, they're going to get chances. They need to take them. They just need to be patient, be calm. They're not losing. Still drawing. One goal swings momentum once again. And it needs to be England to get it.
McAteer on the left-hand side. He stops on the ball. Comes back infield. Plays the ball back to Anderson. Just forward of the edge of the centre circle in Germany territory. Anderson out wide again to Hinshelwood. Hinshelwood quickly angled pass to the left-hand side, and Hutchinson can run it. Collins here, not at any great pace. Couple of step overs. Held up by Collins. Hutchinson goes back to Hinshelwood. It's England 2, Germany 2 in the Euro 2025 final on Talksport. Hinshelwood out wide to Hutchinson again. Tense now in the game. Tight and tense. Anderson with just over 22 minutes to go. Hutchinson again on the left for England. Infield to Morton. He's 25-30 yards from goal. Whips in the cross. Header away by Arian B for Germany. Little dink by Livramento to the feet of Elliott. Out wide again on the right-hand side for England is an opportunity for the curling shot, and it's just over the top. Good curling effort by McAtee, but he couldn't quite keep it down, and Bolu, the Germany number 1, probably thought he had it covered anyway.
Yeah, I think he did. It was nice play again, trying to get a foothold in this match, these England players. As we said, moving from left to right, right to left, keeping possession, tiring out the German players. It's just the counter-attack with Germany. They look very, very dangerous. And McAtee ended up with a shot, just went over.
Martel, we thought he'd given it away there, Darren, but Elliot Anderson was late with the challenge. Lee Carsley thinking about further alterations, maybe. It's always tough for any manager in any situation, but in a final you can roll the dice and make the difference, or you might end up destabilising your 11.
Yeah, of course, you look on the bench, you get Jonathan Rowe potentially, even Waneri can come on and make a difference. Illing Jr. who can come on, he can make a difference, seen him play some part in the matches so far. I think the time might come relatively soon that we'll see some changes for England.
Germany give it away. England not having quite a good spell of territory here. Anderson racing up the middle, through into the penalty area. Was he tripped by Collins? Play goes on. Hutchinson with a chip into the box, only half away by Arian B. And then it is hacked clear by Collins. Great weaving run from Elliot Anderson. And Collins must have got to the ball. There's no check taking place from VAR as far as we're aware for a possible penalty, and it was probably more in hope than expectation that for England.
Yeah, I think so. Initial viewing of mine, I see nothing in that. It was a lovely run, but it was good defending in the end, and he went down quite strongly. Looked like he hurt his hip on the way down, but no penalty for me.
Anderson being forced almost off the touchline. He's done brilliantly to hold up play, picks out Hutchinson, and now Hinshelwood forward down the left for England on the overlap. He's by the dead ball line. 2-2, 20 minutes left of normal time in the final. Hutchinson left corner of the penalty area. Back to Quansah. Germany sitting very deep at the moment here. England suddenly from right to left are having much more the possession, much more than they have had for large spells of the second half. McAtee looking for Livramento on the edge of the area. He's racing clear. He's set up Elliott. The angle's tight. Elliott can chip it across. Nobody there to head it home. Collins thumps it away for Germany.
Yeah, looked dangerous there. Livramento driving run forward once again. Everything good comes from Livramento the majority of time. Good run forward. Harvey Elliott took over, and it was a lovely dink over the top, but Amari Hutchinson had made the move to the front post when perhaps he should have stayed at the back post for maybe a tap-in.
Well, once the summer of international football is done and the Club World Cup as well, Premier League back in August, Talksport the place to be. Anderson for England, left corner of the penalty area, held up by Gruder. Germany have got plenty in those blue and pink shirts behind the ball. One of them is Rocco Wrights, and he's made a good interception just forward of the edge of his own box. Voltemade holds it up for Germany, dropping deep, and he's found Brown in the left-back position. One goal could be enough to win the tournament for either team with less than 19 minutes of normal time to go. Sliding challenge by Cresswell for England. Wrights wins it back for Germany just inside the England half, and then calmly back to Brown. Game's been played at a great pace. It's been a superb final in Slovakia. 3 of the last 4 finals have finished 1-0, but we've seen 4 goals already here. And there must be more to come. Or maybe not. Maybe we'll go all the way to penalties. There's a long way before that.
I think if you're Germany, perhaps you're looking at your substitute bench and seeing if there's anyone that could come on, make a difference. I was very impressed with Knauf in the first game, the group stage. I thought he was their best player on the game. So maybe they're looking to make a change as well.
Former Newcastle midfielder Darren Ambrose with us on Talksport. Foul by Hutchinson, who's frustrated. He's caught Martel late. England, maybe understandably, now 72 minutes in, but not with quite the same rhythm and pace. Here is Knauf coming on right on cue. Darren Ambrose, the head coach, must have been listening. Knauf, and that is a straight swap for Gruder.
Yeah, I was impressed with him in the first game. Scored a good goal Knauf against England in the group stage.
Well, James Beadle's gone down, the England goalkeeper, just sitting down in the penalty area. Is there a problem for the England goalkeeper? And that was off the ball, and actually the cooling break has started, so both sets of players can come across to the near side touchline. That's the message from Lee Carsley, I wonder, at the moment. 2-2, 17 minutes to go of the 90.
Maybe still in it. England, you're still in it. You're not losing, you're drawing. He was by far the best team in the first half. That should be the message. Get back to that. You're going to get a chance. You're going to get an opportunity. When you get that opportunity, can you take it? Because that's what they're looking for. Harvey Elliott, McAtee, Amari Hutchinson. Can one of you be a hero? If not, then perhaps look to his substitute bench.
We mentioned Beadle. There is a problem for the England goalkeeper. The physios are on. Teddy Sharman-Lowe and Tommy Simkin are the two England substitute goalkeepers. One cap between them. And that for Sharman-Lowe. One cap at under-21 level. It's 2-2, and the only goal of the second half so far is scored by Germany's Paul Nabel, and an excellent finish it was. Teddy Sharman-Lowe, by the way, is a Chelsea goalkeeper, his parent club, and he's been enjoying plenty of loan spells away, as is the case for so many young players at Chelsea, most recently at Doncaster, where he won promotion on loan at Bolton for the season upcoming. The game has restarted, and England still with Beadle between the posts, back on his feet. Anderson's won a free kick, foul by Collins, midway inside the Germany half. Anderson calmly back to Tyler Morton. Morton out wide for England on the left with Hinshelwood. Kind of playing with a false nine, aren't they, England now? As Hutchinson loses out in the left wing area to Collins, and Germany coming forward again. Germany with Voltemade. They've come from 2-0 down to make it 2-2. Voltemade's lost out to Cresswell. 15 minutes to go. Plus added time at the end of the 90. England have it with Harvey Elliott down there right at the far side. And he's gone back to Livramento. Now Morton. Right edge of the centre circle to Anderson. Feeling even more cagey now. But Amari Hutchinson has been played in by McAtee down the left for England. He dribbled into the penalty area. He's whipped it in low, and it's cleared away by Arian B. Nobody really attacking it for England inside the 6-yard box. Yeah, I'm just looking at the penalty area when Amari Hutchinson gets the ball, and no one's in there. You've got Norton Cuffy right out on the right. You've got Harvey Elliott. They're all trying to get in there, but no real presence yet. Hutchinson down the left, another pull back from the dead ball line, and it's deflected off Collins. That takes all the fizz out of it, and it's gathered by the goalkeeper Atubolu. In fact, the initial cross, the first cross by Hutchinson, was a great delivery. Just needed someone to gamble in front of the defender. It was too easy. I think it was Arian B just to control it in his own penalty area and just calmly get it out. Just think they just need to gamble a little bit more. Maybe Norton Cuffy, don't stay too wide, come in the box. See if you can get on the end of one of these crosses. Clearance away by Arian B. Norton Cuffy can't reach the ball on the England right, and now Germany break. Nabel over the halfway line. Voltemade to his left, trying to knock it forward to Voltemade. Well read by Cresswell, in the way to regain possession for England. Anderson's played it back to Morton, just into the centre circle now. A clever dink over the top, but too much on it from right to left. That's a Germany throw in their right back area, and time ticking away. But it is 2-2, and Darren, you're right. England fans might be deflated having lost a 2-0 lead, but the under-21s are not behind. They're level in the final, and it could go either way. Collins' clearance for Germany up towards halfway. One back by Hinshelwood, but his pass is loose. Wright scoops it over the top for Germany, and maybe Germany 1 or 2 looking a little fatigued now. Yeah, no changes as yet for the German team. Actually, one, apologies, Gruder. Knauf has come on for Gruder, but other than that, I'd expect more. We're in the 78th minute now. Only 2 for England. One was enforced, as you know, and it's got going off. And 1 for Germany. And it's a long period, and the 6th game in a real quick succession. The substitutions might be getting ready soon. Germany, the team unbeaten in 20, coming into tonight. England with Hutchinson darting down the left for the umpteenth time. He's wriggled his way towards the edge of the box, where he's blocked off by Collins, who shows good feet to take the ball away from Anderson. Voltemade for Germany's held it up midway inside his own half. Wrights with a high pass over the halfway line, and Vipers kept himself onside. Cresswell only half away. Voltemade 25 yards out to the left of Nabel. Nabel with time here to take on Livramento in a 1-on-1. He's in the area, he's pulled it back to the edge of the box. Martel with a shot. His first touch was heavy, and that allowed Anderson to charge the shot down. It loops up into the sky. England win it back beneath the floodlights here with Elliot Anderson. who can maybe look to get a break on. But there's nobody really forward, no one inside the Germany half for England, and they've lost possession again. Germany throw in front of the Germany dugout. The momentum really has changed in this game. It's a very different game from the first half, that is for sure. 2-2.
Yeah, it certainly is, Joe. The lunging challenge by Wrights there, and I don't know if that should have been given as a free kick, but it didn't. It's the German throw. But yeah, this half's been all Germany up to now. But if you're McAtee, if you're Harvey Elliott, Hutchinson, Norton Cuffy, whoever it may be, you're praying, you're hoping for a chance just to fall your way, but you can become the hero.
Germany going to make another change now. Viper, who got them back into it, is going to come off. Merlin Röhrl is going to come on. So while Germany make that change, let's bring you the latest from the Club World Cup. Benfica against Chelsea with Ian Abrahams.
10 to the break. It's still Benfica 0, Chelsea 0, but Chelsea desperately close to taking lead. Delap's ball back for Cucurella onto his right foot, looking for the top corner, and it was Antonio Silva who headed off the line. Palmer's had a shot saved, so too Neto, but at the moment Benfica 0, Chelsea 0, live on Talksport 2 for commentary.
Thank you, Ian, and you can be across it all, as Ian was saying, by downloading the Talksport app, and you can swipe for Talksport 2 and here on Talksport. These are 10th times now, Darren Ambrose. Just over 10 minutes of normal time to go and it's still level.
Yeah, we see that though, didn't we, against Netherlands? Yeah. When Ohio scored the wonder goal. England, Harvey Elliott took the game by the scruff of the neck, went on to win it for his team, for his side. You know, we're looking for somebody to do that this evening. 10 minutes to go, no one wants extra time.
One goal probably does it at this point, you would think. Norton Cuffy for England out on their right. Slow pace to the England attack. Norton Cuffy's only just inside the Germany half, but he has wriggled away from Nabel, and he'll take on Brown as well. Level the edge of the penalty area, infield to Elliott. Glancing touch towards McAtee, scrambled away by Martel for Germany. Good football from the young Lions. Hutchinson now, left edge of the penalty area, pulls it back behind Anderson. Norton Cuffy sees his effort go straight at the goalkeeper. What a chance for England to maybe win it.
Oh, that's the chance I was talking about. That's the chance I was talking about. Norton Cuffy, great footwork. Kamari Hutchinson knew exactly where to put it, cutting it back. Two defenders. Arian B diving in front of Norton Cuffy. Just scuffed his shot at the last moment. That could be the chance that we were looking for. But there's some positivity there. England back in this game.
The England fans, some of them were out of their seats, ready to celebrate. Thomas Tuchel was ready to celebrate too in the stands, but it stays 2-2. England win it back on halfway with Kwanzaa. England have certainly come back into it. 9 minutes left, 2-2. Anderson now will drive down the middle for England. He's not beyond Ehrman. And Germany win it back. Combination of Ehrman and Wright. No foul on Anderson, who has got to about 20-25 yards out. The Germany break with Martel, but he's tackled by McAtee. Hutchinson again for England. Suddenly the game is quite stretched, and suddenly Germany are a little on the back foot. Elliott to his right. Livramento midway inside the Germany half. Harvey Elliott again, about 30 yards from goal. Tried to size up a crossfield ball. He gets it back by the deflection of Martel. Goes wide the other way to the right-hand side of Norton Cuffy. Back infield to Elliott again. No great movement in the box for England at the moment. Elliott holds on to the ball and goes back to Cresswell. We're in the 83rd minute on Talksport. A goal surely does win it for either team. The final of the Under-21 Euros. Livramento's out on the right with Norton Cuffy on the overlap, 10 yards from the dead ball line. Held up by Brown. Back to Livramento, waiting for the run of Morton. Edge of the area with a shot, and it's whistling over the top.
It's worth a go, worth a shot. Tyler Morton on an angle, quite far out. But as you said, there's no real any movement in the box. So Livramento finds him. He's on an angle to the right-hand side of the penalty area. Goes for the near top corner. Just hits it a bit too high and wide. But as you said, Joe, I think a little bit more movement in the box, just to allow someone to get the delivery in, and you'll be there in a bit of space.
Had the keeper worried, didn't he? But Germany now break at the other end. Voltemada back to Knauf, the number 7, looks for Nabel, who's gone away from the defender. Nabel jinks in field and another long-range shot, and that's a couple of yards wide. He is such a threat from range. Stays 2-2, 7 to go.
Yeah, he certainly is. It's great footwork from Naval. He just picked the wrong option. He skipped past Livramento, and if you look to his left-hand side, Knauf was asking for the ball, but he had every right to take that shot after the lovely bit of skill that he done. James Beadle had that covered down to his right-hand side.
And now England break at the other end. Norton Cuffy blocked off by Brown. Brilliant final. And the point of the game now where it really feels like either team could win it. Players capable on both sides of producing the moment needed. With time running out in normal time. Lee Carsley looks very calm, issuing instructions from the near side touchline. And the referee stopped it. And is there going to be another cooling break here? Actually, there's a Germany player down on the far side. I think it's Nathaniel Brown, and the physios are coming on here for Germany, so the game is definitely stopped. Another chance for England to get a few more words from Lee Carsley, Darren.
Yeah, and every single player on the pitch is taking this opportunity to get some fluids in, to get some water on board. It's a warm evening in Bratislava. And as you said, we're at the stage now, Joe, that any opportunity, any goal is going to win this match for their country.
Where is the momentum at the moment, Darren? Do you think England have got some of it back? I mean, Germany have come from 2-0 down, and England maybe should have had the game wrapped up at one point in the first half, but it's a major final, and they have looked slightly the more likely in the since 2-2.
Yeah, I'd say so. I think it's swinging back in England's favour. As the physio's saying, Brown needs to come off. He's signalling that Brown has to come off, so they'll be making another change soon, the Germans. But yeah, I think it's been fairly even in the last 5-6 minutes. Maybe England just edging it.
Here comes another Germany change. Lucas Ulrich will come on. It's a straight swap at left back for Nathaniel Brown. Ulrich, who plays his club football at Borussia Mönchengladbach. It's just his fourth cap for Germany. England 2, Germany 2. We are in the 86th minute of the Euro 2025 final. England were 2-0 up. Germany got one back just before half-time. And then through Nabel equalising pretty much right on the hour mark. Collins is fouled by the sliding Hutchinson. And a free kick to Germany in their right-back position. Lee Carsley, I guess, is going to have to weigh up the possibility of extra time with his changes as well. More to think about for the England head coach. England are the holders of the Euros at under-21 level, and they could still retain their trophy. Both teams, England and Germany, pushing themselves all the way. Header away by Cresswell for England from just shy of the halfway line. It's going to drop to Anderson, who lets it run across his body to take Ulrich out of the game, and he's found Hutchinson in a left of centre position. Hutchinson's ball out to the right, and it's reached Harvey Elliott onto the left foot with a curling shot, and it's blocked by Ariam B. Always a threat, Harvey Elliott coming in field from the right, and in the end, frustratingly for England, they have conceded a free kick for handball.
Yeah, it was a great block, Ariam B. It was a hopeful pass across field by Amari Hutchinson. Got a slight deflection, which took it right into Harvey Elliott's path. And just needed it to open up a little bit more, but it didn't. It was good defending.
England must be careful at the other end, and Knauf has wriggled away from Hinshaw into the area. He's pulled it back. Who's going to reach it on the edge of the box? Norton Cuffy there to clear away for England. Crucial touch with Martel trying to reach it for Germany. The Germany fans on their feet behind the goal. England now break, playing from right to left. I say they break, they've slowed it down. Hutchinson's on halfway and he's run into trouble. Germany have won it back, and suddenly England are backing off. Nabel looks for Voldemada into the box, and Morton got back for England with an important interception. It's really stretched now, the game, and tired legs on both sides.
Yeah, this is the time. These are the times where mistakes do happen. You don't want to be that player to make that mistake. We spoke about this in the Netherlands game. So he's either going to be won by something special in normal time, or a mistake. Otherwise, this is edging closer and closer to an extra 30 minutes.
2 minutes of normal time to go, of course. Added time at the end of the 90 to come. It is 2-2. Hutchinson, early ball in from the left for England, over the head of Morton, only half away by Germany. Wrights then got in front of McAtee, who's not seen a lot of the ball in the last 10 minutes or so. But England have got it back again with Hutchinson. It's a clumsy foul by Collins, and a free kick to England midway inside the Germany half on the left. 90 seconds of normal time remaining, and as Darren was just saying, it looks like we are heading to extra time on Talksport. Germany have already had to play extra time at the tournament when they beat Italy in the quarter-finals. England yet to need extra time across the tournament so far. Free kick for England. It's a long way from goal, but they can pump it into the box. Germany holding a high defensive line, and England have taken it short to Livramento, who does then go long to Cresswell. He's chested it down on the edge of the area, hoisted it by Elliott. Wanster's up with a downward header, but it's right into the turf, and not even a save really from Atibolo, the goalkeeper.
No, it's a difficult header, long way, no real power on the cross. Has to create his own power, and it was difficult, but it's one from the training ground, that free kick, maybe just a little bit too many passes. A bit confusing one, that.
30 seconds of the 90 remain on Talksport. 2-2. Whatever happens, reaction from 6 o'clock tomorrow morning on Weekend Sports Breakfast with Natalie Sawyer and Tony Cascarino. High ball downfield for Germany, cleared away by Hinshelwood from the left-back area for England. Anderson on halfway, still got so much energy, races into the Germany half. What has Hutchinson got out in the left-wing position? We're into added time at the end of the 90. 4 minutes added, 2-2. Can England find a winner right at the end? It would be decisive at this point. Surely. Hinshelwood back to Quansah. And now Anderson again on halfway. And both teams looking fatigued at this point. Have England got the energy to find something to win the trophy for them again? Morton has carried the ball out to the left, through the legs of Knauf to find Hutchinson. Close to being led with the edge of the penalty area, but he's had to go backwards to Anderson. There is no space really for England to work with here. 2 banks of 4 for Germany, and then the 2 further forward. Anderson for England. He's midway inside the Germany half. He's away from Knauf. Back to Hutchinson. Chip to the right and Livramento. 35 yards from goal. Nearly a minute of the 4 added play. Norton Cuffy to Elliott. Back to goal. Not the best of lay-offs. Back to Livramento. Elliott again, who's been England's inspiration in the latter stages of the tournament, goes back to Cresswell. All England in terms of possession, but no closer to finding a winner. We are over a minute through the 4 added, and extra time is looming. Looks like it's going to be on England to try and find something, if they can, break through that Germany back line, Darren Ambrose.
Yeah, I mean, it looks at the moment like Germany are happy for it to go to extra time.
Yep.
Maybe they feel they might have the fresher players, given that they could have made 11 changes in the group stage. But England really trying to force the issue a little bit too much. James McAtee with an error, passing it out of play, trying to find Norton Cuffy. But yeah, Germany look happy that this is just ticking and edging closer to extra time.
Throw to Germany in their left-back position. Ulrich will take it. They are certainly slowing it down, Germany. You're absolutely right. 2-2. Halfway through added time in the final. Norton Cuffy's heavy touch for England's under-21s on halfway. Back it goes to Quansah. You're listening to Talksport. Quansah now glides over halfway. He's actually made a run down the left, Quansah, having played the ball into the feet of Hutchinson, but England are not forcing the issue, not coming forward with any great pace, and extra time looks very likely now. Only 90 seconds of added time remaining. Good ball over the top by Quansah. McAtee left-hand edge of the penalty area for England. Can he whip in the cross? He does left-footed, but it's over the head of Harvey Elliott and gathered by Atibolo, the Germany keeper. Bowls the ball out underarm to Voltemade. Is there one last attack for Germany, maybe? Wrights at quite a slow pace, jogs over halfway, but he has found Knauf in an attacking position, and Wrights now right edge of the penalty area. He's running all the way through here, tackled by Cresswell. Knauf is there, it'll drop to Naval. He's hit the bar via the deflection. Germany nearly win it, and they could still. Voltemade, Naval again from the edge of the box, whips in the cross. Livramento clears. Hearts at England mouths, and they survive.
Wow.
Just
Wow. I thought it was in. Nabel with his right foot. I think it was deflected onto the crossbar. Waiting to see the replay. Heroic defending, whoever it was. Germany almost won it. There would have been no coming back.
Heroic tackle from Cresswell in the build-up. 2-2, 30 seconds left. Arian B, little flick by Wrights. Livramento only half away. Wrights looks towards Nabel. England in the way again, this time. And Morton. And then Elliott is fouled. Free kick to England. And it looks like extra time is going to be forthcoming. But it was so nearly heartbreak in added time at the end of normal time for England.
Yeah, I talk about England wanting an opportunity, one chance. This time it fell to Nabel. It was Norton Cuffy with a block. Come off Norton Cuffy's knee. I mean, it's a lovely challenge. Cresswell, lovely challenge. Quansah found Nabel and it's just shut down enough by Norton Cuffy.
And in the end, England make it to extra time by the skin of their teeth. It finishes 2-2 at the end of 90 minutes in the Euro 2025 final. And we will have at least 30 more minutes in a bid to find a winner. Elliott and Hutchinson had put England 2-0 up. Germany with one back just before half-time through Viper. Nabel, who hit the bar with almost the last kick, with the equaliser just after the hour mark. And extra time is looming. It has finished at the end of full time on Talksport. England's under-21s 2, Germany's under-21s 2. Extra time is next.
Get ahead of the game every Supercharged Sporting Sunday on Talksport with Travis Perkins. Make the warm-up a part of your weekly matchday ritual and get an unrivaled preview of all the upcoming unmissable football action with expert predictions, pitch-perfect analysis and a top-flight lineup of guests. Guaranteed. The warm-up with Max Rushton and Barry Glendenning. Tomorrow morning from 11 on Talksport with Travis Perkins. Find everything you need for your landscaping project in stock and available for delivery. Terms and conditions apply.
When it comes to sports betting, it's important to cool off and play safe. Set deposit limits to control your spending. Set timeouts when you need a break. And set reality checks to know how long you've been playing. Showtime ain't always go time. Stay safe, players, at BetMGM.
18 plus, please gamble responsibly.
One of the ways that you can gamble safely.
I never cash out.
You don't?
No, I'm not like him.
Cash out king, eh? How do you keep it fun? Gamble safely with Betfred.
Here we are. A couple of pints.
Great. Neck oil, yeah?
As requested. So, what did you get up to this weekend?
Well, funny story, actually. I befriended this panda, discovered he had a beautiful singing voice, taught him how to harmonise. We got a record deal, went on tour, went platinum in Basingstoke, then broke up due to creative differences.
Right. So that's why there's a panda giving you the finger from across the street then?
That's right, brother.
Stick your neck out. Beavertown. Never normal. Visit drinkaware.co.uk. Enjoy Beavertown beer responsibly.
For my business to grow, I need
solar panels to reduce my business energy bills.
New ovens for my bakery in Birmingham.
To open a second retail space.
An industrial blow dryer for my dog grooming business.
A shiny new tractor.
Whatever your business needs, wherever you are, talk to Barclays. With our biggest ever loan fund and expert support at every step, we're here to help your business grow. Grow your business. Bank on Barclays. Search Barclays Business Banking. Subject to normal lending assessment, status and application. Terms and conditions apply.
Car owners, you could be owed thousands in compensation. If you bought a car on finance from 2007 onwards, it may have been sold with hidden commissions. Text SPORT to 86688. My Claim Group. Authorized and regulated by the Financial Conduct Authority. You don't need to use a CMC. You can claim direct to your lender and the Financial Ombudsman for free. Text SPORT to 86688.
Claims made simple.
1089 and 1053 medium wave on DAB, online and on your smart speaker.
Against the post and turned it on the rebound.
Under-21's European Championship final.
Live on Talksport.
Wow, what a crazy final we have brought you so far here on TalkSport. England's under-21s raced into a 2-goal lead against Germany, but they were pegged back, 1 goal just before half-time. and then an equaliser with half an hour to go. Germany hitting the bar with almost the last kick of the game. England so close to losing it late on, and now we head for extra time. Let's bring back in former England Under-21 Darren Ambrose. Darren, just briefly, what would the message have been from Lee Carsey to his England players?
He would have probably been frustrated, but he wouldn't have put that across to his team. He would just say, look, it's a new game now, 0-0. Let's go and win this. Obviously, they had their chance at the end of that game, hitting the bar. But there's opportunity. We're extra time now. No one wants to go to penalties, but if it ends that way, it ends that way. This is your moment. This is your moment. That's what he should be saying. This is your moment. You go out, someone be a hero. And if you do, you lift the trophy up.
Can the young Lions do it? We head for extra time. Let's hand back over to Darren Ambrose alongside your match commentator, Joe Shannon.
Thank you, Ollie. So we are going into extra time in Bratislava, and England look to have made two changes, I think. Ethan Nwaneri and John Rowe were certainly stripped and ready to go in the England white shirts, and John Rowe is going to get the game back underway. James McAtee is definitely one of the players who has come off here as England get extra time underway, playing from left to right. White shirts, dark blue shorts and white socks, and Germany playing from right to left in the blue and pink shirts, white shorts and dark blue socks. England were 2-0 up, but Germany have pegged them back. In confirmation of the England changes, McAtee and Elliott, the two to leave the field, Rowe and Nwaneri, the 2-1, and Harvey Elliott did look to be struggling right at the end of normal time.
Yeah, there's a lot of tired legs out there at the moment towards the end of that match. Going into extra time, just need to relax, start well in this period. See if you can take it to this German side, because they had the full momentum in that second half of that game.
So 2-2 here, early in the first half of extra time at the Under-21 Euros final, and John Rowe has held the ball up for England on the halfway line. Morton now back to the left-back position. Here is Anderson just inside the centre circle. That's a great diagonal ball, pinned to the right, and Norton Cuffy, who's going to raid down the near side to right for England. 2 minutes into extra time there, and the scores are level. Norton Cuffy back to Morton, who delivers a great cross. Header in! John Rowe off the bench to score for England! England hoped, England prayed, and John Rowe delivers. It's England 3, Germany 2, early in extra time.
What an impact. Jonathan Rowe, we've said all tournament, he's worked tirelessly through his side, and he gets there. It's a lovely delivery into the box. Tyler Morton, he's onside. And what a header, by the way. Joe, what a header, what a delivery. First and foremost, the cross, outstanding. Right on the head of Jonathan Rowe. Times his run absolutely perfectly. Gets in behind Ehrman and guides it into the far corner. Unbelievable start to the extra time.
That's just about his first touch. And the young Lions are back in front. It's 3-2, with no doubt more drama to come on Talksport.
What about the delivery? Tyler Morton, rolled back by Norton Cuffy. First time, perfect pinpoint cross on the head of Jonathan Rowe, who did the rest, guided it into the far corner. What a start.
Well, it is early days, and England know that Germany are more than capable of pegging them back again. But perhaps that is the moment. England 3, Germany 2, 3 minutes into extra time in Slovakia. Germany trying to counter, and they get the ball deep into the England half, virtually straight from kick-off. Ulrich delivers a dangerous cross, headed away by Cresswell, not very far. Knauf on the half volley, slices it well wide. Right, half-time in the Club World Cup. Benfica against Chelsea in Abrahams.
And it's Chelsea 0, Benfica 0, but the first half belonged to Chelsea. Toomby had to make saves from both Delap, Neto, Palmer and Cucurella, who also had an effort cleared off the line by Antonio Silva. It's half-time, live on Talksport 2 the second half, Benfica 0, Chelsea 0.
And England 3-2 up against Germany here in the Euro 2025 final. Rowe, who scored the goal, has held the play off England's number 9 and has won them a free kick in the centre circle. Now, England have got the goal and they've got that threat in the central area, Darren Ambrose.
Yeah, they certainly have. That threat that we've been talking about all match. The presence, the sheer desire to get on the end of that cross, albeit it was an outstanding cross. But not just to get there, to be calm enough just to guide it into the corner. Atabolu stood absolutely no chance.
Collins with a header away for Germany. They won't panic yet. We're only 4.5 minutes into extra time, but England have re-established their lead in the final. And the march towards retaining their trophy, maybe it's just got a little bit closer. Back it goes to Atabolu, the Germany goalkeeper. Didn't even have time to bring you the 11s in full in extra time. England Beadle in goal, Livramento, Cresswell, Quansah and Hinshelwood, Morton and Anderson, Waneri, Hutchinson and Norton Cuffey in support of Rowe, the goal scorer up front. 3-2 England. Germany, Atabolu in goal, Collins, Ehrman, Arian B and Ulrich. Knauf, Martel, our break-off as England come forward with Hutchinson racing forward from the edge of the centre circle. Rowe hooks it on into the penalty area and it's cleared away by Ulrich. Germany with Knauf, Martel, Reitz and Nabel in midfield. Röhrl in support of Woltemade up front, and suddenly Germany can't get the ball. And we've definitely had that pendulum swing again, Darren Ambrose, but it's gone in England's favour.
Yeah, we certainly have, and now they can relax a little bit. Germany have to be the team to break England down now. I did think as Amari Hutchinson broke through there, by the way, I thought it was a foul. Looked tired as he was running, but it seemed like a foul to me. Referee gave absolutely nothing. And once again, Livramento goes down. Looks like he's got a bit of cramp. Looked like a foul to me. Referee said play on.
He's got to pull it back there, surely, the referee, but he hasn't. Double change on the way for England. Ulrich's clearance high upfield for Germany, slightly misjudged by Anderson, and Lee Carsley a bit frustrated with that. Germany have it with Martel. He's had to hook it back to the midway point of his own half, and Tim Ehrman. England 3, Germany 2. What a final in the Under-21 Euros on Talksport. England from 2-0 up to 2-2, and now they lead again. 6.5 minutes into the first half of extra time. The ball is with Martel for Germany. Out wide left now. Ulrich, the number 13, has got Nabel, the ever-dangerous Nabel, in support. Darting infield from the left and whipping in. A great ball to the back post. What a header clear by Hinshelwood for England. Fabulous defensive intervention with Germany looking very dangerous at the back post, and in the end England have won a free kick.
Yeah, brilliant. Hinshelwood. Knauf coming in at the back post, done what he had to do, the fullback. Lovely header clear, and then it found Amari Hutchinson. By the way, cool, calm, collective back heels one into the path of Hinshelwood. Looks like they were enjoying themselves again, as we've got the joy of looking at a replay of that break where I said Amari Hutchinson was fouled, and I tell you what, I've seen it again. It was a foul for me. Should have been given as a free kick.
Germany change here, and maybe England change is coming up as well. Nicolo and Tresoldi has come on for Germany. Got a decent scoring record. He's their number 9. Off goes Eric Martel. So midfielder sacrifice for a striker halfway through the first half of extra time. Germany behind. England are going to make a change. CJ Egan-Riley, who now plays at Marseille, having joined them from Burnley, is going to replace Amari Hutchinson. What a shift he has put in again. Amari Hutchinson on that England left.
Yeah, really, really good. Always the threat, Hutchinson. Scored a good goal as well in the first half with his left foot. Really pleased for him. He's had a real good tournament, always threatening. Now he makes way. Try and bring a bit more solidarity in the team.
England have conceded a free kick. It's for Germany midway inside their own half. I think England have made another change as well, and they brought on Sam Illing Jr. Aston Villa in place of Elliot Anderson, who did look like he was tiring. So Ealing Jr. is on. England 3-2 up. 9th minute of extra time. Germany with Ulrich crossing to the left, away by Tino Livramento. Good turn by Waneri for England. And now they've got so much pace on the counter, with Ealing Jr. leading the charge, and fresh legs as well. Rowe has controlled it. He's held it up just inside the Germany half. Waneri breaking up the middle. Waneri's ball into the penalty area is overhit. Out comes the goalkeeper. They've basically got a brand new front three, England here.
Yeah, and it's clever. It's clever from Lee Carsley. They look fresh as well. Tired defence from the Germans, and a fresh looking front line from England attacking them.
And they have the lead, England. 6 attempts on target over the course of the time that we have had, nearly 10 minutes into extra time. And 3 of them have found the back of the net for the Young Lions. Looking for back-to-back European Championship titles. Germany with Knauf are not finished yet. Knauf out on the right-hand side, poking it back to halfway by where Ehrmann is waiting. But here, a good atmosphere at the National Football Stadium in Bratislava. Plenty of England fans here tonight hoping to see history. Germany still with time. 5 minutes of the first half in extra time to play. But it has been England's extra time so far. Ehrmann for Germany, square to Arian B, just shy of the halfway line. Ulrich, the first touch heavy, takes him infield. Back to Reitz, who's now taken up the captain's armband. Wide left to Nabel. Can Germany produce another equaliser? Ulrich back to Reitz again. He's about 12 yards into the England half. Reitz looking for options, gestures for somebody to make a run. Germany with Nabel having to chip it back into the centre circle. Ehrmann is there, lets it run across his body. England sitting with everybody behind the ball at the moment. No need to force the issue, but they will be able to break on the counter, Darren.
Yeah, they will, and with the pace and the energy and the freshness that they've got going up front, it's a smart move. You don't want to give nothing away. No one wants to make a mistake. As soon as they do, you can counter-attack against a tired German defence.
Voltemada yet to get on the score sheet tonight, but he has won a free kick. At the midway point of the England half, fouled by Egan Riley. Referee Sander van der Eyck looked in a good position to see it. Loads of contact, but enough, according to the referee.
Yeah, he's a solid player, Voldemar, isn't he? I think, to me, he looks suited to the Premier League as well, if I'm thinking of who could take him. He's done really well, just not had an opportunity in front of goal, which is credit to the England defence.
He's at Stuttgart at the moment, the big number 10. 6 goals at Euro 2025. Rowe with the ball in for Germany, sliced away by Cresswell for England. Great touch by Norton Cuffy, down by his own corner flag to play it back to Livramento. No touch, no deflection on Livramento's clearance. It's a Germany throw inside the England half. 3 minutes of extra time. The first half of it, I should say. 3 minutes of the first half of extra time still to play. 3-2 to England. John Rowe off the bench to put them back in front. Germany go back to Atubolu, the goalkeeper. England have got a fresh front three that are trying to press Germany at every opportunity inside their own half, but now England will let them have it. Ehrmann looking to come out of defence. Midway inside his own half at walking pace, finds Röhrl. Back to Ehrmann again. The onus is on Germany here. What have they got in terms of chance creation? Nabel can't get on the end of a pass forward by Arian B, and suddenly England look much the fresher of the two teams.
Yeah, they look comfortable at the moment, but we've seen that, didn't we, in the first half of the match, of normal match. In the second half it was all Germany, but it's been a great opening period of extra time by England, dominating it, to be honest. But we know they're good on the counter-attack, they're strong going forward, Germany.
A couple of minutes of the first half of extra time to go. Germany coming forward with the new striker Tresoldi, who's held it up on the far side. Röhrl for Germany, driving towards the right corner of the box. He's away from Morton, he's beyond Ealing Jr. Low cross towards Tresoldi. Great defending by Jarell Quansah to flick it away. England's number 4 was there yet again. Knauf for Germany. Good touchdown by the dead ball line, and he wins the corner off the sliding Tyler Morton. Germany are far from finished yet. England 3-2 up.
Yeah, of course, far from finished. We know that. They've got quality players, quality team. a minute and a half of normal time in this first period. Just need to get through it. They can't be conceding now from this corner. Be a killer blow if they concede now.
This is Talksport. As Germany take the corner, Wrights delivers. Voltemada was at the near post. Great header away by Egan Riley. Just over a minute of the first half of extra time to go. England in front. Benfica-Chelsea at the Club World Cup back underway in the second half. It's 0-0 and it's live over on Talksport 2 right now. That was a 9 o'clock kick-off our time. And late afternoon in North Carolina. Late into the evening in Slovakia here. Ulrich's cross for Germany and a header away by Illing Jr. for England, who's filled in a number of different positions in the tournament so far, the left-sided player. Germany coming forward yet again, but Illing Jr. is there, snapping at the heels of Röhrl. Germany on halfway. 30 seconds of the first half of extra time to go. Might be, of course, a minute or so of added time at the end of the first half of extra time.
Well, they normally give a minute, but I don't remember the ball even going out of play, to be honest. It's been such a high tempo first period, even with all these tired legs. It's been a real good game of football, this.
An excellent Under-21 Euros final. And England are in front by the odd goal in 5. Nabel, though, for Germany. 30 yards out, meandering into a central position. It's dropped to Knauf, scoop ball towards the near side. Nabel's there again. A minute of added time at the end of the first half of extra time. Germany are behind. England lead 3-2. Nabel, 5 yards from the corner of the 18-yard box. He's going to play it out wide again. Ulrich, low pass, and an opportunity for Rice to curl a shot in, and he's curled it miles wide. England were a bit lucky there.
Yeah, they certainly were. And you're lucky it wasn't Nabel on the ball there. We see him score the second goal for Germany in an almost similar position. But it was Wrights this time. Got it wrong. Got it high and wide. See what he was trying to do. Guide it into the far corner. It was a great turn to get away from Livramento. And then just got his shot all wrong.
Took Livramento out of the game for once. But yeah, that sailed into the crowd behind the goal. And that will probably do it for the first half of extra time. James Beadle is just going to smash the ball forward. High up into the midway point of the Germany half. Good flick by Rowe, but nobody's there behind the man who will be England's match winner in the final as it stands. John Rowe, the super sub, off the bench to put England 3-2 in front against Germany. And they are 15 minutes away from glory at the Under-21 Euros again.
This is tense, this is tight, this is tournament football, and England are edging ever closer to Euros glory. Darren Ambrose, Jonathan Rowe scoring with his first touch, not too bad, was it? But what a ball in from Tyler Morton. We have to talk about it. It was Gerrard-esque, wasn't it?
Yeah, it certainly was. Oh, it was an unbelievable cross. Norton Cuffy done well to hold the ball up down the right-hand side, and he laid it back. And what normally happens is the fullback, or whoever it may be, the midfielder, will have a touch and just dink it into the box and see what happens. He didn't. He really went for it, didn't he? And he produced an unbelievable delivery into the corridor of uncertainty, they call it in football. And there was Jonathan Rowe. Take nothing away from the finish, by the way. His first touch of the game, to guide it, to glance it into the far corner, was outstanding. And what a goal that was.
Yeah, the technique on that glancing header. And when you've just come onto the pitch as well, to produce that was incredible from Rowe. Just in a rousing speech there from Lee Carsley to his players. And Darren, these are the moments now, aren't they? Tired legs, holding on to a lead. But in that first half of extra time, England did so well, I think, to limit Germany.
They certainly did. They can't sit back, I don't think, because if they sit back, they allow the opportunity for the Germans to come forward. They've got some good players, we know that. Nabel, Voldemada, Tresoldi, who's come on, he's got a goal in him. They've got a whole new front three, whole new attacking players, England. They should just go at them, take control of it, and maybe get another goal in the second half of the extra time.
The players are heading back on out there. Can the young Lions then get over the line for the second half of extra time? Here's your commentary team. Former Palace midfielder Darren Ambrose alongside Joe Shannon.
England are closing in their 5th Under-21 Euros final. Got a great previous record. 1-3, lost just 1. That was to Germany back in 2009. But England are 15 minutes away from back-to-back European Championship titles. England 3, Germany 2. Germany will get the second half of extra time underway. Pink and blue shirts, white shorts, dark blue socks from left to right, and England from right to left. The white shirts, the dark blue shorts, and the white socks. The young Lions have produced a magnificent display, but it's not done just yet. Germany have made a change at half-time and extra time. Off goes Ehrmann, and on comes Paul Vanner in what is an attacking change for Germany. They might even go to 3 at the back at this point. We will see, but England have just got to see out 15 more minutes. And at the moment they're allowing Germany to have possession. It is inside the England half, but not close to goal. Collins, the Germany fullback, has got it. England were 2-0 up. Germany pegged them back for 2-2. And John Rowe, very early in extra time, has scored the goal that at the moment is going to take England to glory. That 92nd minute goal. And now England on the break down the middle. Out comes the goalkeeper, Atubolu. It's a clearance over halfway. He's a little lucky that it reached Röhrl on the halfway line because he hit it very low, the goalkeeper. Ealing Jr. battling to win it back for England. And he gets a free kick right in front of the England boss, Lee Carsley, who kept his message, I think, relatively short and sweet, Darren Ambrose. Just trying to eke out 15 minutes more from this team.
Exactly that, Joe. He knows what he has to do. The players know what they have to do. He's in front of us now. Just heard him saying, we have to play, we have to play. He's saying, don't sit back, don't allow them to get back into this game. You've got 13, 14 minutes plus whatever is added on at the end of the extra time to be a hero, to win this match. If you carry on playing, you could get another goal.
Here it is for England with Quansah, 10 yards shy of the halfway line. Doesn't it typify the Lee Carsley approach? Continue to play. 3-2 up in the final. Good ball down the middle by Quansah. Rowe could be in here. Oh, he just couldn't quite control. Surrounded by 2 Germany defenders on the edge of the box. He looked for a second like he was going to shrug them aside there, Darren Ambrose, but not quite.
Yeah, I think he was just caught in two minds, whether to look for an on-running runner or to get a shot off, and I think he did neither in the end. He's given away a foul for his team as well, but it's been a great impact substitute. Jonathan Rowe scoring the goal. He's holding the ball up well. I think all the substitutes have come on and been really, really good. Changed the momentum of this match.
Here come Germany with Ulrich. Over the halfway line on the far side, the left. You're with Talksport. It's England 3, Germany 2. 2.5 minutes into the second half of extra time. Germany with Voltemada can't poke it through with a little back heel towards his strike partner Tresoldi. England have it with Brooke Norton-Cuppy in the England right back position, and he's trying to charge up to halfway, not able to keep possession. Röhrl will nudge it backwards to Arian B for Germany, who can come forward once more. But time is running out for Germany. 12 minutes left. In comes the cross from Canal. Only half away by Quansah. Flicked further clear by Tino Livramento. And out of play for a Germany throw, close to the corner flag on that far side of the field. Germany fans finding their collective voice. Wrights crosses in towards Röhrl, headed away. Collins on the edge of the D, finds Canal, back to goal, couldn't control it. Jack Hinshelwood hammers it up into the dark sky for England. Germany will come forward yet again. The ball is now at the feet of the substitute Vanner, who's managed to work it wide out to the left. Nabel, who has been a constant threat to England, finds Vanner again down the inside left channel. They're in the 109th minute. Cross into the penalty area from Ulrich. Could drop towards Voltemada, but he's committed a foul. On Egan Riley, England have a free kick. They are 11 minutes away from Euros glory.
Yeah, he's not happy, Voltemada. He doesn't think that's a foul. I think it is. Shoves Egan Riley in the back. Gives away a foul. I mean, it's a poor foul to give away in a German sense. I think England, I know there's tired legs. I know but they've got to do a little bit more to stop crosses. That's what they want to do, Germany. Get it wide, Nabel, get the crosses in, and try and hit Voltemada and the Tresoldi, who's come on as well. He'll be fresh. Just got to do a little bit more and try and stop the initial cross.
Well, there will be increased anxiety in the England ranks now. Certainly plenty of nerves around the stadium. But England are closing in on back-to-back Euros titles. The winners in 2023. And 3-2 in front against their great rivals Germany, who are unbeaten in 2 years in all competitions. Germany's under-21s. Just 10 minutes left. John Rowe's gone down, no foul. And Germany get the free kick. Foul on right by Illing Jr., but it is midway inside the Germany half, a long way from goal. It's the second stick away. Darren Ambrose, will the England players be aware of how long is left and how much longer they've got to keep going?
Yeah, I'm certain they will be. But they'll be key to just hold on to this lead, because they know what an achievement it will be. Back-to-back Euros. Don't concede, you win. Simple as that.
And Germany have got 9.5 minutes to score and take us to penalties potentially. Vanna for Germany, down on the dead ball line. He's deep inside the England half. Out to the left and Nabel by the corner flag. Nabel has had to roll it back. England with everybody behind the ball. Right, square to Array and B. 35 yards out. Square again to Collins, whose touch is poor. Illing Jr. actually caught him, but the referee's played the advantage. Knauf down the right wing for Germany. Drives on and clips in a great cross. Headed away by Livramento. There was a touch off a Germany player, kept in by Nabel on the opposite wing. Left-hand edge of the penalty area. Back to Ulrich. Real pressure on England. Header away by Illing Jr. 9 minutes left. England 3, Germany 2. Arian B to the edge of the box for Germany. Here they come again with Nabel. It's one-way traffic at the moment. Germany from left to right. Nabel to the dead ball line. Low cross cleared away by Livramento via deflection. And Ethan Waneri will scoop it clear to the halfway line for England, but it's just going to come back at them, Darren Ambrose.
Yeah, it certainly is. As I said, all they want to do is get crosses into the box, try and get on the end of it with their big players. Livramento with an outstanding clearance from one of these crosses, but they're at it again.
England sitting, holding what they have. John Rowe's goal looks like it might be enough, but there are still 8.5 minutes for Germany. Nabel delivers, and it's too close to James Beadle. England fans on their feet behind the goal. Beadle clutches the ball into his chest, and he'll go down and waste away a few seconds here.
Yeah, and that's what he needs to do. And I know I keep saying stop the crosses, but it's so difficult to defend. As soon as they get the ball on the wing, they're not looking to beat a man. They're just looking to get a yard and cross it. That's it. Deliver the ball into the box. That's their clear tactic. That's what they want to do.
Rikazi's being spoken to by the fourth official. I think Illing Jr. has been booked for that late challenge earlier on in the Germany move that nearly led to yet another equaliser. England 3, Germany 2 in the final. Illing Jr. has been yellow carded. 7.5 minutes plus whatever is added remaining in extra time. England's under-21s have been there and done it before. And they're trying to come forward again with Illing Jr. raiding down the left-hand side for England. And he's going to play it infield to Rowe and slow the game down. 1982 they won it, 1984, 2023, and they're nearly there in 2025. Tyler Morton wins England the corner on the near side, the left, and that'll waste away another few seconds with 7 minutes left.
Yeah, it's about game management now. Tyler Morton winning his team a throw-in, and then you see him gesturing, calm down, relax, take your time. As you said, the seconds are ticking away. You can use up 20, 25, 30 seconds on these set plays.
Third corner for England, but it's hardly going to be hoisted into the box. They take it short, 3-2 up. And Rowe has won a throw. Again down by the corner flag, and Germany getting frustrated here, but England are keeping the ball deep inside the Germany half, way away from their own goal. Whether they'll be able to do that for another 6.5 minutes or so is another thing.
But that's what you want. You want that, Joe. You want them to get frustrated, the German side. The more frustrated they get, the more free kicks they'll give away. And that's what we want. Further away from the England goal, the better.
Germany get a throw in their right-back position. Amazing drama in the 2023 final, and drama of a different kind this time. It's gone to extra time, 6 minutes of extra time to go, and England are in front by the odd goal in 5. Germany with Nabel pumping the ball into the box, down goes Knauf, looking for a penalty, no foul by Hinshelwood.
I mean, that's poor play from Knauf. Nothing in that whatsoever. And he's even gesturing that he elbowed me. It's just great defending, Hinshelwood, who, by the way, has been outstanding in this final, Hinshelwood. The energy that he has, getting back and forward and back and forward. It's just good defending.
Well, England have a goal kick, and James Beadle has been booked for time wasting. England's number one, and delaying the restart as long as he possibly can. 3-2 to England, and there are still 5 minutes to go. It's not done yet. Will there be one last chance for Germany maybe, or could England really wrap it up? Flicked by Voltemade for Germany, down the middle. Norton Cuffey's there to send it back to Beadle, and he hammers it long. Upfield towards Waneri. Header away by Ulrich for Germany. Nodded back over halfway by Livramento for England. The tireless Livramento. Foul by Waneri on Ulrich. And another Germany free kick. But Germany not quite carving out that clear-cut chance that they need and want.
No, they only want one. We were saying this about the England side in the normal time. Give me one opportunity, and that's all they're looking for. They'll look to get down the wing and put crosses into the box.
Remember, Germany hit the bar right at the end of normal time when it was 2-2. England were nearly beaten, but they lead 3-2, Lee Carsley's team. Germany with Röhrl down the right-hand side, plays it back, just over 4 minutes of extra time to go. Hoisted in by Wright, header away, Ulrich, 30 yards out, chips it in high down the middle, header away by Hinshelwood this time, and Quanza's there to flick it further clear for England, out to the left. John Rowe will steer it forward, it's going to go out of play. The Germany head coach Di Salvo nearly caught the ball while it was still on the field.
He'd done well to take his arm away then, because he was about to control it, and that wouldn't have gone down well at all with the officials.
Attack v defence at the end of the European Championship for the Under-21s in 2025. England 4 minutes, less than 4 minutes of victory. 3-2 up. R.A.M.P. Germany are running out of time. Wright steers it wide, gets it back from Knauf in an inside right position. We're in the 117th minute. R.E.M.P. and it's miscontrolled by Vanna on the edge of the Germany box, but then poor play by Egan Riley to give it away straight away. No respite for England. They've got to keep chasing Germany. Everybody behind the ball for the young Lions. Nubel out on the left-hand side for Germany. Just over 3 minutes remain. Nubel's cross headed away by Cresswell. That was a fizzer of a ball in, and Cresswell got above Trizoldi. Germany throwing everybody forward now. A long line of players in the England box in the pink and the blue shirts. Here come Germany again with the skipper Wright. Great low cross. Trizoldi went for it again. I think it hit him, or did it hit Quanza? Corner to Germany in the 118th minute on Talksport.
Oh, it's a dangerous game England are playing at the moment, but I don't think there's anything they can do about this. They're just soaking up pressure.
And it's going to be a corner to Germany, which Wright will take. And virtually everybody is forward for Germany here. Wright's with the out-swinging corner into the 6-yard box, and it's headed away by Livramento. It'll drop down to Wright again, and he's into the penalty area now. Wright with a low shot towards the near post, and it's wide. England escape again, leading 3-2. Let's bring you news of a goal in the Club World Cup with Ian Abrahams.
Benfica 0, Chelsea 1. Reece James with a free kick catching out the keeper in the 64th minute. Game live on Talksport 2. Benfica 0, Chelsea 1.
Thanks, Ian. England have again delayed the taking of the goal kick. You can hear the whistles all around the National Football Stadium in Bratislava on a very warm night. England are nearly there, but they're not there yet. John Rowe's goal, 2 minutes into extra time, has them in the lead. Collins for Germany. Right back to goalkeeper Atubolu, and it is 3-2 to England right at the very end of the final here, with 90 seconds remaining plus any added time that will come at the end of this match. England have fought fantastically well. They were 2-0 up through Harvey Elliott and Amari Hutchinson. Germany got themselves back in it through Viper just before the break, and Nabel made it 2-2 after 61 minutes. He then hit the bar at the very end of normal time, did Nabel. Couldn't find the net, and England escaped very fortunately, but they've got themselves back in front through John Rowe. And on Talksport, they are on the verge of what would be a momentous achievement. England bidding to win the European Championships for a second consecutive tournament. It is the verge of something very special for Lee Carsley's team, and the culmination of everything that England have worked for over many years, and the playing pathway and the way that everything is aligned at youth level and at under-21 level, you can't get better than winning the European Championships. Now we make it, there are 25 seconds to go. It is England 3, Germany 2. And these are very nervy moments for England right at the end, Darren Ambrose. Can they hang on?
Yeah, you just got to see this game out. You got just 10 seconds plus whatever's going to be added on. See this game out and you're going to be heroes.
England have got the ball away. Germany won a corner, but it's come to nothing. England 3, Germany 2, and Germany at this point are absolutely desperate to get the ball forward as quickly as they can. We have had the 120 minutes. We have played all of the normal time in extra time. It is a monumental achievement that England are on the verge of here, and there can only be seconds remaining as we go into added time at the very end of extra time. England are nearly there. Germany now are absolutely desperate to try and force penalties. Can they do it? England have been so resolute throughout. They only need to hang on for a few seconds at this point. Into 2 minutes of added time at the very end of the Euro 2025 final. And this must feel like 2 hours for Lee Carsley, his players, the England coaching staff and the England fans. 35 seconds through the 2 added at the end of the game, and Darren Ambrose, agonising moments for England, but they're hoping that John Rowe's goal is going to be enough.
Yeah, it's been a tremendous final, full of quality, and as you said, John Rowe with the first touch of the game to come on, have the technique to put it in. You're 30 seconds away from being back-to-back victorious in this tournament. What an achievement this is going to be.
Well, it's Germany absolutely dominating possession and territory at the moment as they try to scoop the ball into the England penalty area. Germany throwing absolutely everything at it. James Beadle has managed to get hold of the ball, the England goalkeeper, and that might just about be that. We've only got 8 seconds of added time remaining at the end of the match here at the National Football Stadium in Bratislava. It's virtually over. England know that they are nearly there. It is 3-2 to England against Germany, live on Talksport. An incredible final. One of the great finals in under-21 European Championship history. And England are about to be victorious here. England are leading by 3-2, and Germany look like they may well be a beaten side, and the full-time whistle has blown. It is history for England's under-21s. A 4th European Championship title, and they are the first team ever to win it back-to-back on 2 separate occasions. Lee Carsley's side have followed up glory in Georgia with a stunning success in Slovakia. Germany beaten, and England's under-21s are champions of Europe. Super sub John Rowe, the man for the big occasion, the man with the turning touch. 2 minutes into extra time, and it proved to be the winner. England's future looks oh so bright. The young Lions have led the way once again this summer. Lee Carsley and his staff are embracing the England players, and the celebrations can begin. Germany look crestfallen, but England are the best the continent can offer. England are the winners of Euro 2025. After extra time, it has finished England 3, Germany 2.
Joe Shannon, thank you very much indeed. Charge your glasses for England and Lee Carsley. They retain their under-21 Euros title. The celebrations can start in Bratislava. It's history. It's glory for those players in England shirts. They've won when it's mattered. They've grown through this tournament. Lee's young Lions, Jonathan Rowe the hero. And they've done it again. These kids are more than all right. Darren Ambrose, as they party on the pitch, how much pride can Lee Carsley and these players take from this achievement?
Ollie, this has been absolutely incredible. The match, the tournament, from being underwhelming in the group stage to going all the way and winning it back to back. They are dancing, they're partying on the pitch. They fully deserve this. Lee Carsley fully deserves this. What a final as well, by the way. To go 2-0 up, then come back, Germans come back to 2-2. To have the confidence, the desire to go on and win this game. Jonathan Rowe with the first touch in extra time. It's been a tremendous tournament, topped off by this final, and I'm absolutely delighted for these players. Each and every player that played today deserves this. Each and every player in this squad deserves this, and I'm thrilled to bits for them all.
Thomas Tuchel stands and applauds the manager of the England first team. Tino Livramento is over consoling the German players, but don't worry, the rest of the England players are bouncing up and down. Big smiles from Lee Carsley, a thumbs up to the crowd because he has done it again. And you're right, Darren, what a final that was. But the attitude of England, having raced into that 2-goal lead, being pegged back by Germany, this is why these tournaments are so important. This kind of experience and the fact that England have managed to get it over the line shows some character.
And you know what, Ollie, to go 2-0 up, then concede just before half-time, then concede again, the momentum was fully on the German side going into extra time. England come out stronger, they scored. And to have the nous to see out the game management, to see that game out without really conceding any chances, by the way, weren't real any threat. To do that shows that they grew throughout the match, by the way. They grew. They got a goal up in extra time and they didn't let that slip that time. That's full credit to the players themselves on the pitch. The game management was in that game was tremendous.
How much credit, Darren, does Lee Carsley deserve? Not just for this game, but for the tournament as a whole. A tournament that this England side started slowly. They clicked into gear when it mattered. And when you look at the substitutions that Lee Carsley made today, when you look at the way he adapted his tactics throughout the tournament, bringing Jay Stansfield into the side, he's got to take a lot of credit for this.
For sure. He's a very, very good coach. He's a smart coach. He knows exactly what he's looking at in terms of his tactical approach. And that comes from his coaching staff as well. To make the changes today, but not only that, he said in the quarterfinals against Spain, that's when it's really clicked for England, and he's certainly right. To go from the slow start that he had, and I said in the group stage against Germany, at one stage they were 2-0 down, and we're looking at the Slovenia-Czechia game thinking if Slovenia get a couple of goals, England could be out here. That's how bad it got in the group stage. To then take it into Spain, Netherlands, and now tonight, it's just been a remarkable turnaround. And I said the contrast between the group stage to the knockout stage, and then tonight was they saved the best till last, because tonight was the best performance they've had of the tournament.
Darren, you've played at this level as we just see the players there who are absolutely spent. They want to celebrate, but this tournament and this final has taken it out of them. You've got the likes of Elliot Anderson stretched out on the turf because they have put their all into this. But can you just sum up, Darren, the importance of these players experiencing that winning feeling whilst wearing the three lines of England?
Look, it's second to none, the importance to that. Going into European tournaments, going into these kind of competitions, the experience behind it helps dramatically. Look, we know Thomas Tuchel is watching. We know there's going to be opportunities coming up for team selection in the full squad in the coming months, years, however long it may be. Every one of these players that's played in this tournament has done themselves proud, and they can look back and say, right, we won this tournament, and who knows how many of these are going to be in the full squad. On tonight's performance, a lot more than I thought in terms of Livramento and perhaps Harvey Elliott, a lot more in terms of that, because they've all done themselves proud, and the experiences they've got, not only for England, but to take it back to their club level as European champions, it's just tremendous. And look, I'm thrilled to bits for them all. They're tired, you can tell, but they deserve it. They deserve it. They've given absolutely everything.
We're aware just how well Harvey Elliott in particular has played in this tournament. He put England in front tonight too. Livramento as well. But who else were you talking about there, Darren? Who else from this England squad deserves the plaudits in particular?
Charlie Cresswell, Jarell Quansah, for me, I thought they've been outstanding the whole tournament. I think tonight, I said it on comms, Hinchelwood, I thought had an outstanding game, getting forward, the energy he showed more energy than anyone. I think those in particular, along with obviously Livramento, Harvey Elliott for me is player of the tournament. They've won the tournament, he's been the best player, he wins player of the tournament for me. I could go through them all, Ollie. In terms of today's performance, I could go through them all. Every single one of them. Jonathan Rowe coming on, getting the goal like he did, just sniffing out a chance like we'd been crying out for. Illing Jr. coming on, Egan Riley coming on, really putting a stop to the momentum swing that Germany had in their favour. They've all played their part in this tournament one way or another, and they've all played their part tonight.
Listen, tonight is about the achievement. Tonight is about partying. But going back to the conversation about Lee Carsley, as the trophy is brought out, ready to be lifted by England, Lee Carsley's future, Darren, because there will be clubs eyeing him up. You know, the sense of achievement he is going to have from winning these 2 titles back to back, clubs will be looking at that. But the FA surely will want to cling on to him because this is so vital to the progression of England.
They have to. They have to do whatever they can to keep hold of him. Progression of England, winning these tournaments back to back, it's an amazing achievement. The progression of these players, we've seen throughout the years the players that have come through Lee Carsley and then gone up to the full squad, and there's going to be more from this squad. You don't win the Euros and then not have any of the players go to the full squad. It's an amazing achievement. Whatever he decides to do, look, he's going to get suitors. He's a top manager, he's a top coach. I think he deserves to have this much credit. He deserves opportunities to maybe take a top Premier League job, but who knows what he wants to decide to do. He seems to enjoy this role. He seems made for this role. The role seems made for him as well. So hopefully the FA sort this position out and keep him with the under-21s for a long time.
Wonderful scenes. The England players all gathered together, awaiting their chance to get their hands on the silverware. And I've got to ask you too about the performance tonight from Tino Livramento. Before I do that though, it's seeming like we're getting ever closer to this trophy lift. That feeling of excitement among these players now, Darren, must be palpable.
Ollie, I wish I had this moment. I really wish I did. I had opportunities, I had semi-finals, I never got this stage. I can only dream and imagine what these players are feeling right now, watching this take place, watching the stage be set up for the trophy lift. They must be so excited. They're standing there, guard of honour. They're going to allow obviously the runners-up Germany to pick up their medals first, and then it's their turn. And look, you've seen it this year with your club Newcastle, I see it with Tottenham, and I've seen it with Crystal Palace this year as well, and now we're seeing it with England Under-21s. The joy that this brings people, the partying that's going to go on this evening for these players, and not just this evening, for a long time. These memories going to live in memories forever and ever, and I'm thrilled to bits for them all.
Yeah, and another trophy for Tino Livramento on the way as the players await to collect their medals. But winning breeds winning, doesn't it, Darren? And Thomas Tuchel in attendance tonight, the pride that he'll have for these younger players too, and the ones that he'll have an eye on for their attitude, for their character, and of course for their performances as well.
Yeah, absolutely. As we're watching the screens here, I think I'm right in saying, I'm going on a whim here, but I think I'm right in saying Harvey Elliott is picking up the player of the tournament. It looks to be that way. And look, the pride, as you said, that Thomas Tuchel will be feeling tonight. Look, it was tongue in cheek. It was win-win for him. He's obviously got an element of support for the German under-21s as well. But these are his future team. We don't know how long he's going to stay, but some of these are going to be future players for him, maybe even this year. So yeah, he's going to look on and think, what abundance of talent we've got to choose from in the coming years.
Harvey Elliott congratulated by his teammates. He has won player of the tournament. He lofted the trophy into the sky with some glee too. Let's hand back over to your commentator Joe Shannon as England go to collect their medals and collect their trophy.
Well, Germany players and staff will follow the referees shortly for the longest of long walks, the walk of the runners-up to collect the losers' medals, the medals that nobody wants to take home, and you often see players discard them straight away. as the match officials make their way up to the podium. The awning is set up. The European Championship Under-21 trophy is gleaming in spectacular silver with a touch of gold as well. The floodlights on and a warm evening in Bratislava as the presentation party shake hands with the match officials. And England have done something very special tonight, not only creating their own history but beating the team who were the team to beat in Europe. Germany's under-21s, 20 unbeaten coming into tonight. They've got the better of England in the group stages, Darren Ambrose, but things feel very different now. England have come on leaps and bounds as this tournament has gone on, and physically and mentally they have produced at the right moments, at the big moments, and that is why they are going to lift the trophy.
I mean, you're absolutely right, Joe. You have to say that they've played this tournament absolutely perfect. Look, a couple of years ago they went through without conceding a goal. This year they've gone through a little bit underwhelming, as we said, in the group, winning one, drawing one, losing one. They got through, they've done the job, they've done what they needed to do. Then the quarter-final against Spain, they were even better. Then the semi-final, they were even better. And then they saved the best. It's been a perfect tournament for these England players.
Well, England are going to give a guard of honour to Antonio Di Salvo and the Germany players. Germany players, understandably, looking very glum at this point, looking like they can't wait to get away from the presentation awning and back to the dressing rooms. The Germany supporters on their feet all around the stadium. Good atmosphere in Bratislava tonight. It's been a terrific venue, and at 22,500 it's felt exactly like the right capacity for these sorts of matches. I wonder how many of these Germany players we will see at future international tournaments. There are certainly 2 or 3 very promising young stars coming through the ranks in particular. And one of the great things about the Under-21 Euros, Darren, I think is the names that you get to know that inevitably go on to become big names in the future.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know what? You just said it perfectly. There'll be many from the German side. There'll be many from the England side to go on and be full internationals. This was a real high-quality final. It's one of the better games, probably the best game I've watched in this tournament. I think in terms of quality, in terms of the types of football that was being played, the swinging in momentum from one to another. It was an outstanding game of football. There's some great talent. I think what Voldemar is obviously the main one that you can look at. But you can go through the whole German side and say they've done themselves proud today. They just come up against a real resilient, fantastic England side who was really keen to get the job done.
So the last of the Germany players has left the plinth where the presentation party are gathered. The last of the runners-up medals has been awarded, and it is now the turn of Lee Carsley's Young Lions, because this is England's night. This is England's moment. Lee Carsley, who took the under-21s to their first European title in a generation. It had been 39 years since 1984 when England won it 2 years ago, and now back-to-back titles. Lee Carsley at the front of the queue, Tino Livramento, Charlie Cresswell, 2 fundamental parts of the England back line behind him. Tyler Morton, who sets up the winning goal for John Rowe. Gleeful looks on all the faces of the England players. This is wonderful to see.
Yeah, it's absolutely brilliant watching the smile on all their faces. It's been such a hard, drawn-out tournament after a long, grueling season for all of these players. To come here in not much expectation, and there always is when you're an England player, but with the players that's pulled out of the tournament through injuries and through the Club World Cup, to come here and do the job that they've done, it's been absolutely tremendous, and each and every one of them deserves credit for this.
And some of the England players glancing at their medals, doing a double take like they just can't believe it. England fans all around the stadium are on their feet. They've rattled through the medal giving pretty quickly. A medal about to go around the neck of the England goalkeeper James Beadle, and Amari Hutchinson just behind him. At the back of the queue, the skipper James McAtee. who is about to provide the moment that England's current crop of top young players have been waiting for. An experience that we hope will be repeated at senior level. Thomas Tuchel is here to see the big moment. McAtee gets hold of the gleaming trophy. 1982, 84, 2023, and now 2025. England's young guns are kings of Europe again. The ticker tape goes off. McAtee hoists the trophy high up into the air. The England players jumping up and down in delight. A dream crafted on the pitches of St George's Park and made reality once again by Lee Carsley and his squad here in Slovakia. A fourth European Championship title, and the ribbons on the trophy and the colour of the ticker tape as it flies up into the air, cascading on the England players, are the England colours of blue and white. And now the celebrations can really kick into gear. The winners of the Under-21 Euros in 2025 are England.
What incredible scenes. And they deserve it, this England team. They have gone all the way. They've got over the line in a final, and they can celebrate with that trophy. Players in England shirts with gold medals round their necks. Again, it's a pretty good sight if you're an England fan. And Darren Ambrose, we've spoken so much, haven't we, throughout this tournament about the fact that senior sides who have had players at younger levels winning these kind of tournaments have then gone on to have their own success. The likes of Germany, the likes of Spain. How excited should England fans be about the fact that at the lower levels they are seeing not just rare success, consistent success?
They have to be so excited, Ollie. The scenes, you've just mentioned it, the images that we're watching now are absolutely unbelievable, and everyone, to a person in this country, wants to see the full squad do this. And I think just watching these players lift up this trophy, look at their medals, you could see a lot of these in that full squad really, really soon. And this is back-to-back European Championships for the England Under-21s. That only has to be positive for the full squad. When some of these players who have this experience of winning tournaments, winning major tournaments, get set foot in the senior squad, it can only bring positive experience to everyone there, to go with the talent, the abundance of talent they've got in the senior squad. But take nothing away from these players today. It's been an unbelievable tournament for them, an unbelievable final today, and just seeing the joy on their faces, they should be extremely proud.
The players getting photos with that trophy that they will cherish forever. By the way, Darren, Lee Carsley has already spoken. He says that they're going to arrive back into Birmingham at 3 a.m. But he has said that the players can have what he said, a couple of shandies tonight, which is fitting, I think, given their age, isn't it?
Yeah, that's fair. I guess that's fair, but it's one of those. They're obviously on their way back immediately. He's such a humble guy, Lee Carsley. You could see when he's picking up the trophy how humble he was, and he just allows the players to take all the credit, but he deserves a lot of credit for what he's done over the past two years in terms of winning both of these tournaments. I'm thrilled to bits for him. He seems a real nice man as well. And look, just looking at the scenes, I can't stop watching them, because it's just so joyful watching happy players. That it could have been so different, we know that, but it's time to celebrate tonight for these England players.
Yeah, they had to stay up past their bedtime to win it, didn't they? Go into extra time. Darren Ambrose, thank you very much indeed.
Cheers.
Joe Shannon as well. Fantastic commentary throughout the night. There'll be more reaction on Talksport tomorrow, by the way. Henry Winter will be on the Sunday edition. He too is racing back from Bratislava, and he will tell you all about it in the morning alongside Sean Custis. Thank you very much for your company this evening. What a night for England's Under-21s, victorious in Bratislava. They've won the Euros once again. They can party into the night. Don't go anywhere though, right here on Talksport. Up next, it's Fight Night with Gareth A. Davies.